See, we're live. See how the quick.
I heard go. I sing go.
I know, right? See, I told you. Just pay attention to the
Which
screen. It's
reminds me,
right there. I'll
I
tell
need
you
to.
that we're going live. Sometimes, sometimes we have people that don't pay attention to it, and then they say a few things that are very interesting, and I'm like, oh, by the way, we're live. It's
Oh,
fun.
by the way, gotcha, bitch.
I know, right? Penn does that, or Dragon may be paying attention, but he just says what he says because it's Dragon. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, we need.
Yeah,
I need to go through. I need to edit the tags in this. I think
mm.
I'm gonna play a little bit with the tags, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
You play with the tags. I don't get to play with tags on my end because again, I do everything from Restream. So it is, as you can see, it is supposed to be a Medicare stream snipe. It's a stream snipe. It's a Funday Sunday. So those who are paying attention, that's right, Mr. Manicure, Jim himself, will be doing a stream, most likely for 3 hours. So it should be interesting. Should be interesting. So
And he's not canceling this time, as far as we know. He's not.
he would have canceled early. He would have canceled early. He put out the declaration yesterday apparently, looking at the twatters, and I looked at the thing. I want to say a couple hours ago, realized he was doing something because I didn't really pay attention to twatter, and I'm like, oh, we've got it. I've got some time to put this up. I've got 90 minutes to figure my shit out. I did, and here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Yes. I myself did my Sunday early morning stream. That's right. It was fun and exciting. Oh, I gotta check on the. I gotta go over to the Twitcher and fix that before I forget.
The Twitcher.
The Twitcher, yes, I have to go over to Twitcher, not the Twatter, but the Twitch. That works. Twatch. It works.
Twatch.
It fucking won't work.
Twitcher. Twatch. Twitcher. Twatch. Twitcher.
I know.
Twatch.
Well, I put in Twatch TWU instead of Twitch the TWI. I was like, okay, great. It still shows up with Twitch, so it is what is. It is what is.
Hey, let's just look at something and just appreciate something. So your thumbnail you got up is the Jubilee version of Mr. Medico.
Yes.
Can we just appreciate on how the AI actually finally got the goddamn hat right?
I know. I know. I did have to tell it to figure its shit out. It just did it.
It just did it.
Yes. I love it when it just works. I love it when it just works. So yeah, yeah. It is a great day. It is a Sunday. It's a fun day. It's a Sunday. And we get to find out in about 27 minutes exactly what will be entailing. I'm just hoping he'll be focusing on stuff around you guys' neck of the woods, because I know what is it? Australia just had their election, and they pretty much revoted the Labor Party, which is pretty much a liberal type. There, say Democrats if you want to. Um, for a second go round, which is kind of unheard of for a while, because realistically they were just voting. They were kind of giving everybody a turn at lead. So yeah, it was pretty much another fuck you at Trump. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I wish him the best of luck. So yeah. Yeah. It's a weird time frame, but it's an interesting timeline. Interesting timeline. Do I have to remind these motherfuckers that probably do? Probably do.
Remind what motherfuckers of what?
Uh, that we have an actual stream snipe. Not like I
You're
post this
talking
shit in
about
the
back
back
office.
office. Jeez. But yeah, we will have to wait to see exactly what Gemex may come as if he decides to, arrive. Arrive. I've got spots for people up to 10. So, yeah. And rearranging some of my wired shelves. So I got room to put more shit up on the wall. I've got to figure that out. What's gotta go where? Have I gotta decorate? All that kind of weirdness. You move and you find out how much shit you have. I have a lot apparently.
You have a lot of shit, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'll get to it eventually. I also have to find the shovel, but I'll get to it.
Yeah, speaking of shovels, and like we've been talking about this a little bit. If you haven't seen our previous streams, I've done 2 previous streams and Rogue talked on them, and
Yes,
apparently we got Dragon involved and shit like that.
yes,
And we talked a little bit about it yesterday on GNF, but there's a mean bitch, mean girl bitch competition going on, and with VTubers, and it's like
yeah,
it's always funny when it comes down to people not asking the correct questions
yes.
and not keeping the same energy.
No, keep that same energy. It's kind of a standard.
Yeah. But yeah, it's revolving around the Cinder VTuber drama that started when Nonetheless, the VTuber artist, dropped a document on Cinder, basically saying that Cinder backstabbed a lot of people. Um,
hmm
Spoilers: I see no evidence of backstabbing. Basically, Cinder also shit talked a lot of her friends. Um, Spoilers: there were concerns that some of her friends might have been doing that. Come to find out that after everything was said and done, her friends Bao and Lily, Shy Lily, pretty much confirmed, oh yeah, no, this was an actual thing. It's like, so yeah, that was confirmed.
Nice.
The backstabbing was, oh, Nano wanting to go exclusive, and from what we can see, Nano did go exclusive. Which, oh my god, that's such a bad thing Cinder did. Cinder backstabbed everyone. Okay, let's miss the fact that Bao also backstabbed everyone by making the editor go exclusive, which was and end up being fought against until you go back and look and find out no, this actually has happened 2 different times. Um, Them is in this weird ass fucking phrasing of everything that Redacted, her manager, did. Cinder must have known verbatim going forward. Even though we don't hold that same standard to Bao,
No,
because
why would you?
Bao was quote unquote frauded by her manager. Her manager fucked over many of people out of money trying
Mm,
to do stuff for Bao. Was Bao held accountable for that? No, Bao wasn't held accountable for that. And basically, everyone going is like, well, Cinder did such a piss poor job. Her apology, she didn't even try. And Cinder going is like, well, Cinder also knows all of these people, knows Lily. Lily even verbatimly said, well, this is what Cinder should have said, and went through a mock apology that what Shy Lily wanted Cinder to say. And then somebody asked Shy Lily afterwards, would you have believed her after the fact? Shy Lily goes, no, I wouldn't have fucking believed her. Maybe
the
that explains why it was such a lackluster apology, because she knows that it doesn't matter what the fuck she said, that she's got to get buried. I mean, the more and more and more shit comes out, it's like the more and more I'm looking at Shy, about everyone else like that is just as bad, if not worse, than what they're trying to make Cinder out to be.
Yeah, well, I mean that is the Mean Girl Club in the VTuber community.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there going, it's like, I don't care. I want more proof. I want the conversations from Nano
It,
and Redacted about Silverfell back in 2023.
Mm,
because that's out of nowhere.
no, I
As far
get
as we
that.
know, Nano, and my whole theory on the thing is Nano fucked around so many times canceling commissions with everyone because you had people like Giga from Pasoja go, oh, well, this is what happened to me. No, Giga, Nano dropped commission from you. We don't know why, but Nano dropped commission with you, along with plenty of other people that Nano has dropped commissions on.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you're not going to make me believe that a person who charges $10,000 a model base,
Yeah.
base, um, and the person, if you want her to do a model for you, you got to pay 100% funds up front before she even starts the sketch. So
Yeah.
before she even picks up a pen to do anything, $100, 10K in the account transferred.
Yep.
And
Ready to
you're
go.
telling me that Cinder somehow got Nano to drop all these commissions
Hmm.
without showcasing that this is what happened? Just using this one thing in 2025 as, oh, well, she did this here and that's subsequent for everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not believing that.
I have a lot of extra doubt, but like I said, they're especially when you're in a business like this, commercially speaking, you can have an entire team behind you without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
So, and this is in Brazil, so we're not talking about American funding
10,
on.
yeah, one model, 10K up. So for us in, Freedom Land,
Yeah, the
in the
freedom
land
dollars.
of, yeah, yeah, in the land of Freedom Land and the currency of freedom bucks and shit like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, 10K, that's a lot of fucking money. That's
Yeah.
not something you just snub your fucking nose at.
No.
um let's put ourselves in Nano's position. Nano lives in
Brazil,
Brazil.
the
When you do
colorful
that
money.
money exchange transfer, that currency conversion from freedom bucks to Brazilian bucks,
Yeah,
that goes from 10,000K to 56,000K or 57,000K.
50. It depends. We'll just say within the 50K margin, give or
Yeah.
take. More
So
give than take.
so you're telling me Nanolist, where she lives at, was manipulated by Nano or no, Cinder to
Hmm.
drop all these commissions because that's what Redacted wanted, but through relationship psychiatrics or whatever.
Right.
Cinder fully 100% supposed to know what her manager did, even though, if you want to believe this whole deal, what Nano's putting forward, that means Nano's actual husband, and she does have a fucking husband, allowed this manipulation to go on from her wife for two to
Hmm.
three plus years without even saying to her, honey, since we have this psychic bond, and I know everything that you're doing on the side with everyone else,
Yeah.
I think you're getting scammed, or I think you're being manipulated. Just let that go on for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens when you don't apply the same standards to everyone else. It
No,
gets a
no.
little fucking ridiculous.
Here's an amazing thing. If I had to pay for that particular model in U.S. currency, it would cost me 13.8K. That's almost
I can pay
15K.
$10,000. You give me 100% $10,000 up
Yeah.
front. I can pay all my fucking bills off.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
I could pay all my fucking bills off. I could have some in savings, and I'd be living like a fucking king while I'm just bringing extra money in from work just to pay the bills. And since all my shit's paid off, that's more extra money to put in the savings.
Uh huh.
And I'm supposed to think that Nanolis is being manipulated? Nah,
No,
I
no.
don't see it.
Because I mean, when you look at it, I mean, $1 US is $5.66 in Brazilian funny money. So, yeah, she's making bank. Jesus Christ, for one thing, and she doesn't have to, make new ones on top of that. All she has to do is dress them up. Here's your stock. There you go. Well, we'll just add in a new hair bits, some outfits, call it a day. Yeah, no. Anyways, like I said, There's a lot that's going on. Do I believe half the stuff that comes out of all these people's mouths? No, not really. But I don't know. Most people don't want to keep that same energy. They just want to pick a side. Who's right? Who's wrong? Everybody's the bad guy. I need a bad guy. I no. I need the proper story. I need all the
Well, and
information. There's context that's missing.
I've got all these fucking people coming out going, I'm just simping for Cinder. I'm just simping for Cinder. It's like, motherfucker, there is a stream out there that I am on with Mama Akko 7 days ago, the night the fucking documents dropped. And I'm
Uh,
sitting there going, who in the fuck is Cinder? Live. While this is going on. Because the only one, I didn't even know who fucking Nautilus was. The
yeah,
only
see,
one
I
I
don't get.
knew
Yeah.
the only one I knew of was Shy Lily and Bow, just because they're big fucking creators. Those were the only ones I really fucking knew of. And I
Okay.
was already sussed out by the fact that as soon, as soon as this document from Nautilus was dropped, within a minute, both Shy Lily and Bow commented on it. And that was the only reason why Bow Lily was brought up when it first dropped, because they immediately commented on it. We had not even gone through the document. We have not even heard Bow's fucking stream about it that she fucked up on. We didn't even hear Shy Lily stream about it that she fucked up on and let the mask slip and let more information out. But just from those instances, we were already sussed the fuck out, because it seems like your average typical Google drop trying to spin a fucking narrative to paint someone else the bad guy to alleviate yourself as from anything you've done wrong. It was already clear and cut the moment it was done.
Yeah. No, like I
And I'm
said,
still sitting there going, sitting here going, it's like, I don't even know what fucking Cinder sounds like. I've not watched any one of her fucking vids.
honestly, I haven't watched any of these VTuber vids. I have other things to do. Uh, yeah, I listen to this. It's brought to my platter through you, and I kind of go, okay, what the fuck's going on? I need to know a little bit more because obviously I'm missing something. There's context that's missing.
I'm missing a lot of shit.
And then you give me the basic trail. I'm like, could you just give me the items in question so I can go through this myself because I feel like there's something missing. And then I go through it going, yeah, there's still a lot missing, but from what I can see and what I'm gathering together, even from the comments that are being, mentioned here, this person seems to be in the wrong, and this person seems to be kind of questionable, and this direction is doing it. Yeah, there's a lot of weird people who simp for anime characters. People who they don't even know, can't see.
And I'm sitting there going, it's like, you're calling me a simp
Yeah,
without even realizing I don't even know who half the main fucking cast is.
yeah, the roster is
I'm
disgusting.
just calling it out as I fucking see it.
That's all you have to do. But yeah, the roster itself is keeps getting bigger, and then I kind of go, everybody's getting kind of dumb from Noxtaku to wherever, depending on how people started off and where they decided to rebrand themselves as. Yeah, the 2D character that's in front of everybody that even if it's supposed to be 3D, it's still kind of 2D. Uh, yeah, this shit's stupid. Shit is stupid. Oh well, as long as they keep doing it and I can make fun of them and call it out, I will. I will. But in the meantime, in between time, we have other things that are fun and exciting.
Like Jim,
Yeah, Jimmy's coming up in about 20 minutes. Actually, no, correction,
10 minutes.
about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. Jeez,
Which I mean, I've sent the links out to different people, like
it's all
the
good.
normal
If they
ones,
show, they show. If they
like the
don't, they don't.
elf. Sending out to Ava, sending out to Rage, sending out to Akko. Rage is sick, so he probably won't be on. Akko's at walk,
Rage
so
is a
he
drunken Jew. He's always sick.
yeah, Akko's at walk, so they probably won't be on. Ava, I think Ava's in the middle of doing a stream right now, but she
It's
has
all
a
good.
link. She can come on if she
Yeah.
wants. Purity, I asked Purity. Purity's in the middle trying to get videos edited to help boost
No,
her
no,
channel and
no.
other
Again,
things. So it's like
we all have
it is what
lives. This is a thing that just magically happened before anybody else could figure it out.
yeah. So it's like they're out there. They want to come on, they can, but they
Yeah,
don't. It's all good
it's all
because
good.
for us, it's all business.
It is. It is. This is just another day. It just happens to be a fun day Sunday. So it's like, okay, I would have done this alone. I would have figured it out.
Oh
It
wait,
is
you
what
know
it
what?
is.
I just figured something out, Rogue.
Yes.
It's because we didn't offer Pin $10,000. The reason why we haven't got half the shit we needed.
Oh, do I have to offer 10K? No,
Maybe
I would have to offer like 4 cats.
4 cats.
Here's 4 cats and a chinchilla. Finish the shit.
Chinchilla.
Yes. And she'll be like, "Why a chinchilla? It's a chinchilla.
Chinchilla.
They're kind of expensive. They're more
Why
expensive than
why
the
why
cat
do I
companies."
why do I feel like that whole Jackie Chan scenario with the fucking talismans? I remember. Oh, what
Yes.
was it? They found the talismans and one of them's a chinchilla, and you got
Yeah.
Jade running around there going chinchilla.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful word. It is a beautiful word, chinchilla. Yeah.
But
No.
yeah,
I.
that's what we've been doing.
Yeah. No. No,
So
I've been just chilling, trying to figure shit out, and doing things on my own for other projects here and there, learning a few new things, and yeah, we have all this other drama in front of us. I kind of go, that looks tasty, but I need to know more, and then I find out, going, not as tasty as I thought it would be.
not as Stacy because it seems like people are hiding shit.
Yes, I look. Bad enough. I'd rather listen to the Casino Kids, and I'm not really big on Andy Worski. I find him annoying. PPP, I kind of I get it's a
What do you
gimmick
think
that
about
he's
the
doing, but I kind of I he's okay. And even he kind of go handy.
what do you think about the whole Razor Fist stuff?
The Glazer Fist, as I'm gonna call him, Glazer Fist. Honestly, he got owned from Goonergate, and now he's trying to do a huge clapback because speculatives going forward. I don't know if for sure whether what's his face Smash JT actually said the guy was cheating or not. As well as unfortunately for Glazer Fist, for what he's proposed
From
so far, he doesn't have enough for a defamation.
what I looked at so far to this point, um, Smash has pretty much stated that everything that came out looks to be legit
Mhm.
and is basically going along with the narrative. Now,
Yes.
as far as Razor Fist did a video that pretty much puts most, and I say most, of those allegations to bed,
Yeah.
especially the one around I guess smacking it,
Again,
showcasing a video of him, and he even showcased that this happened back when YouTube had the DM function, and even showcased that it was not him, and even showcased that video was posted long ago by someone else, and it was even by him. So I
yeah,
mean,
but
he's done a lot to really disprove the narrative, but there's some other things he had not really
no, like I
touched
said,
on. But
the problem is he's kind of jumping the gun on a few things, on a few narratives. Basically, when it comes down to it, yeah, you've got the Casino Kids doing what the Casino Kids do. Uh, most of the narrative is him having multiple chicks. That is the massive narrative.
I do have to say I die laughing whenever I was watching Razor's video. You know, Andy Cokehead Whiskey and PPP Diabetic Source Rex. Instead
Yeah,
of going, Jesus
pretty
Christ.
much, pretty much. But even they kind of make fun of themselves. So I mean, realistically,
It's kind of hard to make fun of those two because they make fun. They learn the art and mastery of
at being
self-deprecating humor.
entertainers and
Yeah,
self-deprecating. So that basically, look, they were trying to showcase, they were trying to do exactly the same thing for DSP, try to bring out the evil character that is there technically, be more self-deprecating. He would have made bank, but he wants to be the good boy, and he's terrible at the good boy. So
yeah. But in the day, you can bring up the fact that you know Andy Woski and PPP kind of doing this narrative towards Razor Fist. I
yeah,
mean, again, if we want to use that narrative or use that same energy, I mean, they basically did the same thing when the
oh yeah,
allegations against Andy came out with
oh
his
fuck yeah.
ex.
I mean, look, PPP and
So
Andy Worski were enemies at one time. They were throwing allegations at each other for fuck, just for shits and giggles.
yeah,
So,
so it's like it's a messy situation. I think how do we go
hey
about
Kay, how
this?
you doing?
Yeah, hey Kay. It goes like this. I think Razor Fist needs to do a little bit more to kind of prove himself innocent
Hmm.
because getting angry at the fact and just throwing out insults while trying to state facts does not really look bold or look good for him.
No,
So he needs to bring back the ego a lot and stick with the facts and actually debunk each point. He's
I
done a
agree.
good job at debunking most points, but not
Some,
all
but
points.
yeah, he still has a lot
So
to.
he needs to draw back ego, address the rest of the points, and doing a calm, concise method.
Hmm.
Smash
Agreed.
JT, this is a black eye on him because
He's
everything
already
that
he's already had a black eye before, so
well,
this
this
is
is another
nothing
black
new.
eye. So
So it's like,
I mean, he wants to credit himself as a journalist. This is not how
he's going
you
to be
do it.
taking a lot of licks. That he's already done that before with the oh, I forget somebody who tried to own him, and they did because he reported something that was completely wrong, and he took the
Alyssa
licks. So
McConty.
yeah, I think it was no, not it wasn't McCunty. It was
It was
somebody
someone
else.
else
It was somebody else.
because it was jumped on to that. I
Yeah,
know he had some
yeah.
fights with Sid Alpha and a couple other people,
Hmm.
but you know, like I said, I stated long ago said I was kind of a massive hypocrite on his own because
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I mean he is.
yeah.
But you have that. So with him trying to be a journalist and doing shit like this, it really doesn't look good on Smash. And with the casino stuff, I mean, yeah, no one should really take the casino seriously,
I
but
don't even take the casino serious.
I do feel like that they need to kind of draw it back just a little bit because I do think they're probably winding themselves up to be in the same boat Nick Rekieta is right now. So,
Hey, NTA, how you doing?
Nutty Texan account, what's up? Let's see. I think Nutty Texans constantly over at Purity Sense channel,
Yeah, well,
and I think they're also over on oh, I've seen them over on a couple other people's channels.
look, he
But
could be
nice to see you.
everywhere. He could be everywhere and nowhere. Everywhere and nowhere.
It's Swarty Nose Nutty Texan.
Yeah, okay, all right.
They could be everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah, everywhere and nowhere. Oh, what the fuck? I know it's all something at once. Oh, I'll figure it out. My brain and my tongue are not working together. It's one of those days.
Yeah.
Doing well. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Refresh your screen.
Do I have to refresh the screen again? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, refresh the stream. Medical stream.
I did.
Your counter stopped.
Uh, how did my counter stop?
Because it's stuck at 2849.
Are you sure?
That's what. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm seeing this on YouTube. Let me. Okay, now it's moving.
Eh, okay.
Looking at different things. It's like Octo
Yeah,
Louie and
I don't
Easy.
pay attention to a lot of things. It's like, oh, we have to. I refresh. Okay.
Okay, now well, I know because it acts up on me sometimes because there'll
Mm.
be it will just not go over into the playing the video portion. So Oh,
No,
there we go.
no, yeah, no, no. There's usually a delay somewhere. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Chat.
It's
Everybody,
been.
be quiet. No,
I don't hear nothing. There we go.
Okay, hold on.
yeah,
Here we go.
you're looking very good.
Hey
You
kids,
don't have to listen to it.
it's time to have fun.
Yeah, I know, guys. It's all. I know that the music's dope. It really is. Camilla dancing with Jim laughing in the background is actually pretty good. But
Yes, it
it's
is.
like
I love it. I'd rather listen
we've
to
heard
it,
it how
but
many
yeah, yeah,
times.
yeah. It's like, oh, hey, yay.
Now
Now, the question is how many audio before he gets to the how many musical renditions are we gonna get before he actually gets into actually talking?
Yep. Hope your day is going well. I made dinner and got to use herbs I collected from my garden. Nice.
No, okay. Was it a May the Fourth type of dinner? Was it May the
May the
Fourth
fourth be with
dinner?
you, dinner.
Yes. It had.
Are you using those secret spices you got from Quetzal?
Yeah, yeah. Did you do the Kessel run and get for those spices? I mean, you guys are going to be the next gym. Nah, I look. We could
Oh
never be the
fuck
next gym,
no.
but we
Oh
do have an
no.
AI that could do it.
We have an AI that is close to Jim. And that's the AI. And that's
Yep,
all we take credit for. Is we made an AI that is really close to Jim, both in
yep.
voice and how it acts. As far as us being the next Jim, no.
No, I
We
have
just
no
do our due diligence and call out bullshit as it's being
fuck.
as it comes out.
I will always be the rogue in this. I'm gonna call shit out the way it is. If you don't like it, tough titties. But yeah, no. Oh, other thing, NTA. Did you have blue milk or green milk?
Blue milk or green milk. Okay.
Oh God. Oh God. But anywho, but yeah, no one can replace the gym. It's kind of hard.
Even when Jim dies, unfortunately, there's no one that's gonna replace him.
Yeah, I mean, who would want to replace Andy Worski? I mean, seriously, think about
I
that.
mean,
I mean, you have to have a certain level of autism.
you have Johnny Somali is doing a good enough job. The only thing we need him to do is do the aim.
No, see, Johnny Somali is on a totally different. You guys sound like Jim. Sure, Nick. I
How?
guess
How?
I
All
always
right.
thought it
Tell
was
me.
kind of my own shit.
I've got to ask clarifying questions. How do we sound like Jim?
Yeah, inquiring minds need to want to know. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I appreciate the
oh Jesus
sentiment.
Christ! So we're gonna have either a twofer or a threefer.
All right. So I appreciate it, but the only thing I can really do Jim related is this.
Oh, you had to put up the sound thing. Oh, spider rider.
God, shit.
I can only do the soundboard.
Oh God. Oh God.
Now, if you're talking about our talking points, like how we go through and we dissect shit that happens through drama, yeah, you can say that's kind of Jim esque, but that's just basically doing your due diligence, which is something Jim has always bitched about, especially with like journalists and shit like that.
Yeah.
Calling the shit out and not just blindly following the crap. That
Yeah.
should be a
We don't
constant
just.
for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, it needs to be stated. You have people that will simp and have blinders up because that's their party. I've never, even up here in Canada, have a solid loyalty to a party. It's like it is what it is. Call it out if it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Straight up. Keep that same energy going 100%. But and unlike Jim, who kind of has flailed every now and then, he has done it. Where certain people have turned and he has to wear that little bit of an egg for backing them briefly. he himself has kind of turned on these particular players over time, but
Yeah.
it took a while. It takes a while for things to happen. Me, I'm the guy that you give me enough context and data, I will change my mind pretty quick. But I need the
That's the
proper
thing.
context and the proper data.
Proper context, proper data, and it's like, oh, kind of going back on the whole Cinder stuff. If
Mhm.
it comes out that Cinder legitimately knew,
You're
and
promoting
it
hate, bigotry.
comes out that they were intentionally trying to fuck people over, and that information does come out,
Yeah.
I'm 100% more than glad to go, yeah, I was wrong, and here's the reason why. But at the same time, I'm still gonna go, this is stuff that could have been put out at first.
Yeah, that would
That
have
would
been
have made a
nice.
lot more sense than the bullshit that happened afterwards.
Hmm. Well, look at me on my reaction with the whole redacted deal with Nanolist. At first, I'm like, it's a bad deal. Then it was kind of going, well, you have to be an idiot in order to take the deal. So I don't know if I should feel sorry for you because whatever. And then kind of floated back and forth between it going to bad deal and all that kind of thing. It's like LFG, LFG. Wow,
Let's fucking go.
LFG. God damn her. Wow. Oh, wow. But yeah, no, I mean, well, you can tell Jim over there in Jim feels because we're still waiting for him to do something.
It's amazing.
We can leave it at.
Oh, hey there. Hey there, sweetie squad.
You
You want to
sure?
come into Uncle Jimmy's van and maybe get some popsicles?
Okay.
Nah, it's the
Popsicle?
Candyman song, so it's the second song.
This is the third one.
Candyman, oh Candyman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm good. I'm just gonna go here. I'm good. I'm good. So
It
this
should have been. It should have been reformatted to the
sorry,
Hat Man.
should have been, but that
Die,
requires a little bit. Requires a little bit.
die. What do you
Joy.
mean die?
No
I
die.
think you're behind. I think. Type in chat to have them. Type in chat to not us. Them. Watching our stream. Type because I can't type. Type in to have it go. Hey, I think you guys are behind. Move
What?
forward.
My stream or the other stream?
just both.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
You can do both in VStream.
I know. Are you behind? There. There. Hey. Okay.
Nutty Texas going saying, I'm starting to see more people starting to question Lily and Nailus now. It's like good. And it's like it kind of got started whenever I made my first. So a lot of people has been throwing legal mindsets words back at me, going, well, legal mindset said that Cinder is responsible for what her
Making
manager
sure.
did. Yeah. No. Cinder is responsible legally for everything that Redacted did. I'm not disagreeing with that. And that's a conversation that me and Legal Mindset had. Remember, Legal Mindset got handed my doc because he didn't want to read the other docs because it was too much narrative driven bullshit. He wanted something
Correct.
that was in order. That's what mine was. And it's like, I got people going, well, Legal Mindset proved you wrong. Legal Mindset didn't prove me wrong. Legal Mindset proved read my fucking document and
No,
basically
but
say to me what he already said. It's like I'm not disagreeing with that.
no, but the question comes back down to are we kind of talking about legalities here? Are we talking about emotional
Legalities,
manipulation? These are two
legalities.
separate things.
Yeah, and yes, legally, Cinder
It's
is
just
responsible for Redacted. At the same time, that
yeah,
also means Bao is also responsible for the shit that her manager that frauded her and everyone else. Bao is also responsible for that. Where's
yeah.
the same outrage? Not there.
Nah, no, I know. Keep that same energy.
Next says just start the show. Well, we're waiting for
We're waiting
Jim to
for
get
Jim
there.
to do something. Right now, I don't know if I'm gonna listen to. I'll just turn it down. This is a stream snipe after all. Oh, quiet.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
It's a 4-foot.
This is a 4. I mean,
We can
my
leave this up. This
Yeah.
is a safe one. It won't not the monster.
Wow.
So this is
Somebody gonna be famous.
all right.
Real
Fire.
who is that?
I sit here writing to you now with my
I know it's not
exceptionally
ghost,
long
but
penis
I-
very deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
There's another one within the kind of the ghost.
Trolley Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call I'm
911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a
Bully cabal.
cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into
Karen's
suicide
strong.
on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, if
Yes,
he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him.
What's
He
your
doesn't
faces?
own Kiwi Farm, and he tried
Go.
blasting me. A little kid named Moon owns Kiwi Farm.
I do have a feeling Jim's gonna talk about the white woman saying the N-word.
Same here.
Well, we tweeted something about it. Going live in 10 minutes with a.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm a soy
I'll
filtration
showcase
like
you.
Yeah.
There you go.
If we get Donald Trump,
No, I
just
saw that.
between
Yeah,
towns,
yeah.
I mean, you know,
That's
just a
that's
tweet
scary.
that
I mean, even
mentions the
Sargon
hashtag
kinda
Donald,
got it.
it doesn't even necessarily matter
Yeah.
how you use it. Man.
Oh,
the
and I do
blue
want to say
check
thanks
marks
everyone
are
on
going
Twitter that
to
gave me
shit
up to
their fucking
1,581 followers. I was at like 1,200 for a long time.
can't believe anybody.
Along with that, I want to thank everyone on YouTube too that got me up to
Especially when Jim finds out he's gonna just give me so much shit.
18K subscribers. I was stuck at like 1770 for 1760 for the longest time. We're now above.
Online, so that's 3
We're now above that.
projections total.
Yeah, there you go.
I aim as low as
So
possible.
thanks
I aim
everyone.
for obese women, ugly women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even
You are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No. No,
you get no
permission to fucking do it.
And I'm sitting there going, Jim, don't you have your own Jello with a hat on it?
Yeah, he kind of goes through the whole the original. He likes the original.
He's like the blue
'Cause that is the original.
seductress who takes me out into the
I know
night
it's the original.
and does wonderful things. to
There's
me.
also one with the guns.
Yeah, I know. That what's his name?
How can a Yorkshire Terrier
Bathtub
live in the
Ross.
wild?
Bathtub Ross. That was a hell of a crash out too.
Oh, he was he was an autistic nerd.
You know what I mean?
We get the snort. We're going in. There we go.
There we go.
Happy Sunday Funday chat.
We're here.
What an interesting and exciting last 30 days it's been. I was going to be here last week. But of course, the Grim Reaper has to try to drag my ass into the nether realm. But I
Ooh.
fought my way back from the void because there's so much fun to talk about. Put off dying for a little longer.
How much more Bay talks
Sell your
about
hats and reap them
Mr.
super
Sin?
chats.
I would hope so.
We have a lot of fun stuff to do. You know, I used to do
I
a Sunday
guarantee he
Funday
talks
back
about
in the
Mr.
day.
Sin because of
We
the
used to
bullshit
look
happened
different
afterwards.
streamers and lol cows and awkward standouts and trolls and all sorts of fun phenomena on the internet. I haven't done one in, well, years. It's a nice little roundup.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun
Round
stream.
off. What is
I
that
hope
weed
it's
killer
gonna be a
called?
good one.
Round something. And so we're going to be spraying it right into their face, spritzing them in the face like a fucking cat. I'm sure some of you out there can relate. I'm sure some of you are cat owners. You understand what I'm talking about. Give them a good squeeze right in the eyes. Hopefully not with weed killer. I'm talking about with water.
Jesus Christ.
You'd have to be like Mersh if you use weed killer on your cats
Ooh.
directly in their eyes. It's going to get clipped and used out of
Wait,
context.
what?
There's this guy on YouTube. He sells hats and he hates cats. Rhymes. I don't know why. But he's psychotic about it. Keeps spritzing him in the face with weed killer.
Jesus
Talking
Christ.
about dandelions. I think it's some
I know
kind
how
of
that
acid trip
feels.
gone wrong. I don't know what
Really?
he's seeing on these fur lines, but they're clearly not covered in flowers or weeds, for that matter. How's your weekend going, chat? How are
It's
things,
beautifully.
where you are? Hopefully everything's coming in loud and clear. I hope my
I just got done
dulcet
mowing,
tones
so
are reaching you.
Mm,
as we're getting
I don't
ready
have to mow my
dive
lawn.
into the insanity that's been going on the
Yeah,
last
you
30
live in
days. Quite a
Canada.
few interesting things going on.
Yeah, I know. We
I
had
thought
like
we'd
a
kind of
small amount
ease
of
us
section of
into
lawn.
it
It's awesome. My brother does
talking
most
about
of
somebody
that.
that I covered, I think
I
it
don't have
was
to do
2 or
shit.
3 streams back when I did a little smorgasbord. Great word, by the way. Doesn't get used enough. I guess we're not an Amish country, so it's not going to.
That's true.
Not those Dutch, Pennsylvanian Amish people. But nonetheless, a smorgasbord offering. We talked about Daniel Larson and others. And one of the interesting characters from the internet that we'd gone over was Andy Ditch. Let me just pull this up so we can take a look. Now, maybe you don't remember who Andy is. Put a picture up there.
Oh yeah,
Such a
him.
handsome boy.
Oh yeah, this
Such
guy.
an attractive boy. Look at him.
Did he get arrested?
Women love that
Yeah.
look. They love that
Like
super
twice, I
obese
think?
and bald.
I think so. I
It's
almost
a twofer.
died one
Nothing
time.
gets that pussy wetter
I've drowned in a bathtub,
than
so
just
it's
being
fine.
than having tits
I
larger
got
than she
electrocuted.
does.
That's why I'm
Less
nicknamed
hair
Sparky.
than her
So
pussy.
Eh.
Oh, they love that.
multiple
It's a great.
times.
It's a little pro tip from me to you. Forget the gym. Just shave part of your head and eat a lot of Twinkies. Be rolling in it like our boy Andy here. Now we covered him because he's got quite the interesting lifestyle. He runs around faking autism, which was kind of the conclusion we came to after looking at an absurd
Well,
amount
yeah,
of clips
he
related
was
to
he
him,
was
which was
taken in
only just
for that.
a minute amount of what was out there when it comes
Yeah,
to
he
Andy.
he
There's
he was
quite a
the
lot
guy
of
that would
content
sit in
if
his
you were
own
looking
shit.
to him. People like Kiwi Tapes and Smokey MC cover him quite regularly. Me, not so much. So I got to kind of pick and choose from the best moments and put a compilation together. Well, it's sad news. It's sad news for Andy. Now I know you're wondering what kind of sad news could our boy be, experiencing? Did he run out of diapers? I mean, he fakes autism and he has a shit fetish. He likes to poop in diapers and force people to wipe his butt.
Yeah.
That's not an exaggeration. That's literally what he does.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
He's been spending a good 2 decades faking that he has a disability, pretending he's slow in the mind, a little water-brained, and trying to get state agents, employees of the government, to come and wipe his pooper.
What's good, bro?
This has been
Medical
something he's
talking.
quite
That's what's
dedicated to.
good.
He's really committed to the bit.
That it is.
So you have to kind of wonder what would
Pretty
upset
good.
our boy here. Did he run out of Pampers? Did the doctors finally get together and just put something in his file that told everybody, hey, wait a minute. This guy is completely full of shit, not the way he wants to be. He's just a lying bastard. We shouldn't really pay any attention to him. No, there's fucking tragedy. in
Some
here.
Yeah,
people
I
need
agree.
less
No, I
What are you
hobbies.
know.
doing?
This
Some
coming
people
from the
need
guy
that
that
Tragedy, we have to
no
kind of walk on
this
eggshells.
coming
We've
from
gotta
the guy
take
that made the Come Zone
a
song for
careful
Medical.
Jesus
perusal of this news. It's quite devastating. Now, Andy is quite the family man. He loves his family. Very close to his family. Loves his
I got
brother.
garbage. You want
best of
on?
friends.
I can send you a link if you want on.
Is
Are
his
you busy?
father's son. Always there for the old man. And he loves his mother. Andy really, he's just very committed to making
I
sure
do
his
have the
family's
nipple
looked
clamps
after.
ready to go,
In
just
fact,
in case.
he's such a family
Oh,
man.
God.
He made the news for how much he loves them. All over the
They
state.
come with bells.
They were talking about it incessantly.
A man from the city of Tonawanda faces 3 felony charges accused of
Okay, I
spiking
got a
the
question
food
why you
of
got
several
those.
of his family members. Police say 34-year-old Andrew Ditch put Epsom salts and laxatives
Those are
in the
easy.
food and the water reservoir of the family's coffee machine.
I'm good.
Family members knew
He's busy.
something
Of
was
course he's
wrong when
busy.
they all started to suffer from nausea, abdominal pain, and severe diarrhea.
Oh,
Ditch was
wow.
arraigned and is being held on $5,000 bail. He will return to court tomorrow for a felony hearing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So as you can tell, he really.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, he loves his family. Loves it so much he tries to kill him with a little bit of home cooking. Can't remember exactly what he put in there. I think it was Windex, kitty litter. I don't know. It's
probably
just,
his own
he
feces.
grabbed whatever was on the shelf, whatever kind of looked like baking ingredients that nobody would really notice. Maybe some Epsom salt, and then he could just claim, "I went in and thought." No, tragedy struck. And not by Andy's hand. Fate itself is intervened.
Yeah, it looks
Yes,
like
they're
we're freaking out.
actually
Remember,
charging
during
him.
one of the clips, he had a humidifier he liked to run. A lot of essential oils. His mother and father are very sick. I think his father's in congestive heart failure. The mother also had quite a few medical issues, breathing issues. She was on oxygen. And he used to run a oil machine in the house. And
Yeah, he did
basically
do
put her to
that,
the
trying
point
to
of
kill
death
them.
because he just didn't give a shit. Well, it looks like fate decided, hey, you know what, Andy? We're going to step in and we're going to take care of it for you, champ.
Ooh.
We're gonna swoop in and make sure mom is taken care of. You don't need to raise your hand, little angel, our sweet fat little cherub. Let I, death itself, do it.
Well, sure.
It's from Kiwi Tape's Twitter account. Hours after his mother's death, Andrew Ditch goes on Facebook to forgive her for denying his incontinence.
Really?
It's quite a sentence, really.
That is one, yeah.
You know, it is tragic when somebody's family member dies, and usually I'm pretty hands off. I mean, Susan, I've made quite a few wine box jokes about that, had tragedy strike her family when her son died of a drug overdose, and I didn't really make a lot of jokes about that, and then she died too, tragically, leaving a husband and a daughter behind.
Ooh.
And I thought, God, that's really dark. And as much as I like to make jokes about her and about YouTube monetization and all that fun stuff, I kind of veered away from it. I made one or two, but I really didn't get into it because I thought it would be rude.
Wojcinski, Susan, she
But
passed a while back.
occasionally you'll come across
There
somebody's
was
tragedy,
cancer.
and you'll find that they're so insane and disconnected from reality that they have to find some way to incorporate their disgusting sexual fetish into the tragedy that surrounds them. While the rest of their family is grieving the loss of their mother, of somebody they loved who was in the household, he finds a way within minutes of the announcement of her death to make it about him taking shits in diapers.
Of course.
Again,
of
take
course.
a close look at what he looks like, and then imagine the googly that's going to be given by this man at the church at her fucking funeral is going to involve the phrases Pampers and I took a big dookie. So I read this and I laughed for a good 20 minutes. And of course, I walked in and was curious, why are you laughing so hard? And then I pointed to this and she thought I was a monster. Why would you laugh at an old woman dying? But it's a fact that he had to make it about his incontinence. He had to make it about his fucking shit fetish.
Of course.
And I know Andy is not a big fan of his mother. He's kind of like Boogie, you know?
Jesus.
They got some tipple troubles.
My mother twitted my fucking tipple!
Precious little tipples. But I think we can read before we get into the other stuff. I thought, let's start on a somber note. So this one is a dedication to his mother. This is what he decided to put on Facebook to the entire neighborhood, to the family, to everybody that has anything to do with him. When they look up his fucking mother's death, this is what they're going to get. From Andrew Ditch. I want you to know, Mom, that I have help for my disability and needs. I am safe. The hard work you had done to help me is all paid off. I just want to hold you, but I couldn't get there in time to see you. I was hoping to see you tomorrow, but we will see you again someday. I wanted to say how I forgive you about not accepting my incontinence and things you had a hard time with doing because of your back. And how if you didn't have the back issues, you probably could have handled me as a kid.
I know you're leader.
Having autism was not your or Mike's fault. I hope he forgives you too. I know I did. I just wanted everything to go back to the way it was before your heart attack in 2012, when I was working and had all kinds of help.
The internet is yeah, I know it does. It's forever provided.
2012 is when her heart
there needs to be a supermassive popcorn factory
when she
that everyone gets
troubles,
popcorn when some crazy thing happens.
Somebody having heart issues.
Would run out of shortage of popcorn.
Years.
All you have to do is make sure it's not
13 years. Your health is fading you. As your heart and ticker goes away, and believe me, this is something I can relate to, having had multiple heart attacks. I've got 2 stents in me. I have congestive heart failure. I know what it's like. It's unpleasant. Everything surrounding it is unpleasant. Now add to that the fact that she is a old woman.
Yeah.
Geriatric, with other health conditions, barely able to get around her house, barely mobile, as you can imagine any mother or grandmother would be. And you've got this fat, retarded fuckwit for a son.
Mm-hmm.
And he is Googleizing you, talking about having to take big old poops.
Yeah.
Over a decade. Over a decade of suffering with this fat, ugly, retarded man-child. Constantly talking about how he has autism and he needs mommy to wipe his butt. And there you are gasping for breath in your final fucking days as your big retarded son harasses your husband, which he did, by the way. He's currently doing. Harasses your husband and your other children. Won't even allow you the peace of the twilight of your life. Let the morphine take you away in its sweet embrace into the never land of eternity. This fat piece of shit is going to go on and talk about how he forgives you for not working harder through your heart attack recovery to wipe his butt.
Oof.
That's pretty stunning.
Stunning and brave.
Mom, you're not going to be forgotten. I hope Kenmore Mercy Hospital, who failed you, does not do this again to anyone. Mom, I'm sorry. I had a hard time functioning and being able to behave because I couldn't do things. I needed predictable environments. Funerals are not fun and are hard to deal with. I just want to cry now because I miss you. At least I have people taking care of me like Name Redacted and others. I would like Name Redacted to go with me tomorrow to be with Dad and be back to my house before dinner time, even if she doesn't get paid the full time, because she only works to 2 p.m. with me tomorrow. Gotta find a way to close it out on something strong, like bitching that your state aide, who's been forced to wipe your butt by the fucking government, doesn't clock out too early. I know you're only getting paid till 2 o'clock, Shaniqua. But I'm really going to need you to take me to this funeral so I can talk about Pampers, and then I'm going to need you to take me to my dad's house so I can make it all about me.
Yeah.
It's a very, it's like a portal. People like Andrew Ditch are a portal into modernity. I know. Oh, my God. Here goes old man Jim bitching about the kids again. But really, hear me out on this. Is there a better example of what the hell is the matter with people in this day and age? Everything has become some narcissistic, ego-fueled adventure through life. Everybody's the main character. Everybody else is secondary.
Nano,
they don't
Lily.
have feelings or needs.
The list goes on and on and on.
I'm a soldier. I have no feelings or needs.
Because whatever their hardships are, they don't matter. It doesn't matter if they're a neighbor, a friend, somebody in the neighborhood, an acquaintance, a coworker, or God forbid, family member.
Give it to you.
It's all about you. In fact, this fits with what we're going to be talking about today when we get into it with the in real life streamer apocalypse.
I'm going to kill my kid. That's what I'm going to do if I was Will Smith.
But something is
kind of almost
fundamentally broken with people. I don't know where you're going to blame it. Is it the permissiveness and progressiveness of society?
It works out.
Is it
It worked out
technology that's made people alienated and cold? Is it just the fact that everybody's been so shit for so long and nobody really noticed? Because we're all cocooned away and now it's more noticeable? I don't know. But he's the perfect example. A man who has dedicated himself to forcing others to take care of him for something that doesn't exist, that involves a sexual fetish. Somebody who is willing to rob his family and the taxpayers of time and money and effort, taking it away from people that actually need services. And he's going to find a way in his mother's last moments, in the remembrance of who she was as a human being after her death. He's going to find a way to make it about himself and about his poop fetish. And there's no better capstone for what's going on in this day and age. People have, it's not even apathy, because they're not cold to themselves. They're very hot on themselves. They're very tuned in to themselves. There's just something fundamentally broken with people. And that's not even generational. This isn't me putting this just on Zoomers or Millennials or Alpha. This goes to Boomers and everybody else. They've all become sick off the saccharine, sweet titty of pure, unbridled narcissism.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fucking disgusting.
It's
a little bit insane, I'll be honest with you. So I thought, I'd start us off with that.
Pretty
Because
much,
what better
AI.
example,
Pretty
what
much.
better segue to get into talking about some of the most fucked up people on Earth? When you're talking about in real life streamers, when you're talking about the stuff that they do. I know you've probably heard about a few here or there. We're really going to go nailing through a few that I think are most interesting, and talking about the others is too. People like Somali and Doherty, Vitali.
Vitali.
Some you might not even know, like Goodnight Chicken and others.
Oh, Doherty got robbed of
I think
300K.
they're probably the best example, the case to be made for what I'm talking about. But Andrew, I think, kind of segues us in nicely to that.
Johnny Somali.
God,
I would hope
giant,
so.
Fat, ugly man.
Well,
when I used to
Andrew.
do videos, I used to
I'm talking about legal mindset.
try to interlace them with humor because it's good to laugh at insanity. But I did like to talk about a lot of the things that I found that were screwed up. Whether that was more lighthearted with Deviant Siri talking about people that were just into really goofy, weird stuff, right? Awkward, inflationary blueberry fetishes. or Tumblrisms with the mind rot that was coming through colleges and academia and
Oh,
filtering down
God.
through the rest of society.
Yeah.
But generally, I tried to kind of
Nano was a Tumblrite.
put it in there and wrap a nice little bow around it.
I wouldn't put it past it. Yeah.
One of the things
She
that's still
was.
kind of
You found that.
Well, I know, but like I said,
that stuck around.
just
this-
finding out
this
later
egotism, this
they were they
narcissism.
them. Like, I wouldn't put it past that they were.
But I don't want to. I don't want to be too down.
I have a
heavy
theory
on
about
this, 'cause we're
Silver
gonna
Bell
have
on
fun
that.
today. It is Sunday, Funday.
I'll bring
So
that
before
up
we get into the
during the
heavier
next
stuff,
break.
you
Yeah.
know, as
Yeah,
as a
break.
gamer, I thought I'd talk a little bit about gaming and what's going on in the industry. I don't know
What
if you know it, but I'm a
industry?
bit of a gamer. Play a little bit of video games, okay? Beat
Oh,
my
we gotta
wife,
segue into
keep her in
Anna.
a cage, drink a little Mountain Dew, and eat
Maybe.
some Doritos, and I play some first-person shooters. All right, buy the same game every year, all the DLC for it. Fuck you. I don't care if it's ruining the industry. I don't give a shit. A little bit of a gamer here. Like to swear, say a few slurs, if you know what I mean, a few hot terms that might make the neighbors blush if they catch me through the walls, and they're thin enough that they will. I think I've taught the neighbor children at least 22 different racial slurs.
Jesus.
And I mean, we're getting into some really unique ones too, okay? I mean, I learned some doing streaming throughout the years. They've learned a lot more in the past few months. But one of the problems with gaming, oh God, there are quite a few of them.
You're just gonna
One of the
just gonna go with
problems
one?
I've noticed, and maybe you've noticed this too, is the rush to digital. Now, go with me on
Yeah.
this little journey back in time for
We're-
a mere
yeah.
moment here.
We're gonna be
Maybe
talking
you
about the
remember this
$80
because
games
I
and
sure
shit.
as shit do.
The
When
Switch and
digital
shit.
delivery of
Yep.
content was first pitched, it was right kind of on the tail end of the introduction of, microtransactions and DLC and changing kind of the content of a game and who it applies to, and
Yeah, pretty much you can change an
microtransactions
entire
and
game on the
mobile
fly.
gaming and all of that. But this idea of digital delivery was pitched to people, and it was article after article with every dev and studio swearing up and down the same fucking thing. It's going to be cheaper for you.
No.
Regardless of the development cost for us, it will be cheaper for you. When you're looking at the cost to put a video game out, oh, woe is me, they would go on and on and on at fucking length, talking about how the production costs and the disc costs and the logistics costs and the shipments and putting it on store shelves and working with realtors,
That is
how
a
all of
thing.
these different things all added
That
to
is
the
an
total
argument that
cost of
was
that
used.
game. That $60
It
game
was.
sitting on that store shelf. Well, really, with digital delivery, it's only going to be $30 or $40.
Yeah,
We're
that
going
was
to
a
take
lie.
out at least a third of the cost of that, and that's going to you. Those are the savings you're going to get. And that didn't work out, did it? No.
It did for a
There
short
were no
period of time.
savings put towards you. They kept the price the fucking same. When you go to buy a digital copy, it's the same as a physical fucking copy. It's the exact same amount of money. Now, explain to me how that is. After they spent years on a campaign to tell you that you didn't need to own physical media, that digital was just fine. Believe in the power of your hard drive. Believe in the strength of the cloud. And you're going to save some money. You're going to actually be financially better off, and we're going to make just as much money, so don't worry about us. And then once people start adopting it, once they get used to the convenience of it, once the numbers start to go up, you get fucked in the ass. They bend you over and fuck you.
Shocked.
But their greed
I'm shocked.
doesn't know.
Yeah, I
any
know
limits.
it's a few cents. Actually, it's actually
So where are we at?
less than a
Maybe
few
you
cents.
noticed something within about, I'd say the last 2 or 3
Yeah,
months.
it barely per
It
game.
started
It
with
was like
tweets
2 cents.
from different
yeah.
developers and people
How
working on
much?
the project. Then you saw a few of the indie gaming journalists talking about it. Then a few of the larger platforms and more large and mainstream gaming journalists started doing interviews. And what do you know? The conversation shifts from, it's not just, how much we're going to charge for a digital copy of a game. We're going to start charging an obscene amount just because our development costs now are so through the roof. We become so much like Hollywood in such a disgusting,
Which you really didn't have to.
disgusting, wasteful way that we need to charge you $100 fucking for Grand Theft Auto 6.
Perchance $100.
And immediately once this started getting floated around, you may have noticed a few things. First, The Apologist came out. Oh my God, you don't understand. They spent a decade working on this. Billions of dollars have been putting into this project.
Yeah,
really,
but they
it's
earned
okay
like
if they do
billions
it. It's different.
for
It's
the last
special. You should really
project.
accept it. It's going to be a great game. You're going to buy it anyway.
It was
What
mostly
are you
because of the
bitching about?
online feature.
Look at Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 200 million fucking copies. Are you going to say no to Grand Theft Auto 6 at $100? No, of course you're not. Shut up and sit down.
I will.
I will. I did.
I also
This was
did.
testing the waters.
I got the
This was
original
much
Grand
bigger
Theft Auto,
than
the
just this
overhead
title
looking
itself.
game for PlayStation.
Much bigger than just this company
I would
itself.
play it.
Just like with that digital distribution
I'd rather
shit,
play the old
here we
Scarface
go
game.
again. Hey, $100 a fucking game. We've got a lot of large costs, and you're going to like the game anyway, so shut the fuck up and pay. Well, how did that work out for
Yeah,
you?
I know.
Because it quickly evolved from
For
there,
a year,
didn't it?
at least.
It went really quickly from this, because if you'll notice, within months of this happening, suddenly
But
we've
he's
got
kind of
who
going on
coming
about
out?
how much it's
Oh,
going to be
fucking
costing
Nintendo
everybody about
coming out.
$100.
Hey everybody! Oh, don't you love the Switch 2? Well, the hardware that's not too out of the spectrum, the norm, the range that you'd expect. $450 for a console. That sounds reasonable. I mean, you paid $750 for that PlayStation 5 Pro model.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna pay $600 or $700 for the fucking Xbox Series X. So $450. That's pretty reasonable. I can't really fault them for that. It's that other thing that Nintendo's doing. Well, it's two, really. Right on the heels of Grand Theft Auto 6 for $100, here comes Nintendo out of the gates with $70 to $80 for their physical games.
Yep.
And nearly the same pricing for their digital games. And, really enjoy those physical copies because not on, just on top of that $80
I know, right?
you might be paying.
Yeah, it always
you
goes
might
back
also
down
be
to
getting a
FOMO.
game key card, which is a blank fucking cassette, cartridge, whatever, that you get inside your case that you have to download the game anyway. So there's really nothing on it. It's a waste of everybody's fucking time and effort. So instead of just
like
giving you a
that.
download code,
You may
remember,
get,
this was their initial plan. We're going to do a download
2%
code depending
of the game, the
$30
rest of
off
you gotta
the price
download.
tag. They're going to give you a download code in a physical box and then charge you an extra $20. And fuck you if you have a problem with that. The balls on these people. And,
I know
Alco's
Alco's co-host, Tempest
which
Knight.
is remarkable, by the way. Nintendo fans are known for
He's gonna
being
get
up the
red
ass. They
ass
rarely
over this.
complain. They love their
Look,
their
you have
console.
to
They
be a
love their
moron to
first-party
fall for
titles.
this shit.
They got upset about that. It's a lot of fucking money, $80 a title. Well, here
I'm
comes
sorry,
Doug
Tim.
Bowser. If you can't afford a Switch 2, stick to a Switch 1.
Jesus!
The direct quote, so I don't misquote our boy here. What did Doug have to say? As we look at Nintendo Switch 2 and you think about the feature set that I talked about, we believe that the pricing is appropriate for
No,
the
it's
value of the
not.
machine and the gameplay experience overall, Bowser said. We recognize there are some people that may not be able to afford the Switch 2's price point. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platforms available. So people still have an opportunity to come into our gaming universe, be a part of these characters and these worlds, and see value, if you will, in whatever rung of the platform they come in on.
Oh,
This was a sit-down interview with CBC where Bowser had said this. I tried to look for the actual interview clip. I couldn't find it, but it's a direct quote nonetheless.
Jesus Christ.
The bullshit is strong
now
with
this
this
might
one.
sound
You
familiar
have
to
to be a
others probably
moron for
pointed it
that
out.
one. And yeah,
For
the
those of
bullshit
you
is
sitting
strong
there
with that
pondering,
one.
where have I heard this exact kind of response
Don't
before?
buy a
People being
Switch.
pissed
No,
off
not planning to.
in regards to what platform they should buy, because he's essentially telling you if you can't afford it, buddy, you don't like the feature set, just stick to the Switch 1. Well, we have heard this before somewhere.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message. If you don't,
That's
like
with
it.
the
If you
Wi-Fi
have
feature,
zero
right?
access to the internet, that
Always
is an
online.
offline device.
Always online.
Oh, you can't afford our Xbox One? Just stick to a 360, you peasant. Oh, are there dirty, filthy, fucking poor people around me? Why don't you stick to the Xbox
Christ,
One?
people.
Or, I'm sorry, stick to the Xbox 360. Stay off the Xbox One, peasant. Oh, boy. And, of course, Microsoft, not to be outdone, running in there on the heels of Nintendo doing it. GTA 6 talking about it. They're announcing a price range across all accessories, consoles, and gaming. So now with the one game they release a year that runs at 20 fucking 2 FPS.
Oh no, it's going to be a
in
remaster of a remaster of a
4K
remaster.
resolution will now cost you
covered
$80 to
this once
$90,
before.
and you get to run that on a now more expensive Xbox Series X. Are there more features? Is it stronger? A better CPU? None of that.
Man.
It's the same fucking thing, but you're just going to pay more for it because
Pretty
Sony did
much.
that a year ago, and fuck you, you're going to put up with it.
I mean, basically it's the same parts.
Absolutely lovely. Boy, I just love
Same
gaming.
shit.
I just love getting robbed. I love getting fucked. You know, I know a lot of people talking about tariffs and inflation, and all these. Don't make excuses for companies fucking you over. They're more than willing to do it without an excuse. They don't need your help.
No.
No, they don't.
They lied to us.
This is just an extra
years ago
bonus that they can point
This
to.
is just the reason
and we're
they can
finally
give
here.
that they don't even
Welcome
really
to
care
it.
about.
This
It's
is
a
the death
smokescreen
of
that was given
physical
to them,
media when it
granted
comes
them
to
to do
games. Nintendo
It's
was
because
the
of the
last
tariffs,
holdout.
so we're gonna
Microsoft was
upcharge
long
you.
gone with the Game Pass shit. Sony's already been licking their chops at it because they know that they sell more digitally than they do physically. Nintendo was the last hope.
Yeah, so do
now
I.
you're going to get blank cards with no code. You know,
most of
what
the
are you going to
coding's
do
done
if
in the
something's
US.
fucked up? If the system goes down,
How will the
Not
tariffs
even.
affect
Nintendo
that?
goes down. I don't know what
Not
you're going to do.
even.
You're fucked. You'll have a bunch of useless shit that doesn't work.
technically. Guess
That's
what?
always
On
been
this
the
one,
risk.
coding has no borders.
Yeah, I really thought we'd get at
Oh,
least
that's
one more
true.
generation,
Forgot
but
about
that's it.
that.
It's done. This half and half shit, you know, and then it's gone. And every company that can make money will do so. They don't give a fuck. They'll come up with an
Everything's on a
excuse to
cloud.
placate you and tell you things you want to hear, but they're
You'll
going
have
to charge you
access everywhere
$100
at
for a
all
digital
different
download
ports.
code, and you're going to put up with it.
They could be
If you got
halfway
stuck
across
sinking
whatever
$800
nation
into a
that they want
console,
to
you
be
can't
in, and
fucking
they're
back
able to
away
make
from.
this game. They don't have to be anywhere.
What in the fuck is going on with these people?
Don't
With
even
their
need a
overinflated
fucking
budgets
office. They can
and
all
just
work from home.
horrific fucking
Yeah.
customer service
That's
and their
in the government.
antagonistic, hostile attitude towards their customers. Is that any? Look at the slop that's coming out. I mean, do I have to point you to how the innumerable number of AAA titles that have come out and are dog
Well,
shit?
don't forget the Oblivion remaster. That's
I mean,
pretty shit.
this game in particular, they insulted their fans. They lied about what they were doing. They put together a sloppy product. They delayed it, and it still was a sloppy, shitty product. They lied about their sales numbers to try to make it look better than it was. They antagonized people. They shit on people. They didn't hit those sales figures for an overinflated project that has a fucking bizarre identity of hip-hop shogunism by DJ Thug Tits here. And they're females.
Nipple
Oh my
twister.
God, there are so many issues with this particular title. I don't need to go into it. You've got 1,000 YouTubers that will go over it. But it's more to illustrate a point. Look at the things that are coming, even by companies that are known for putting out decent products that people like. Look at Bungie's newest endeavor. with
Oh yeah, that
Marathon.
was pretty terrible.
This
Oh, God damn it.
sterile, soulless pile of shit. This looks like the sort of FPS I would have played in the middle of the 2010s that I downloaded
Actually,
off some
probably
free-to-play fucking website and runs in the remnants of Flash.
That's impressive for 2010. I'm
That's
gonna
what
be
this
honest.
reminds me of. One of those free-to-play FPS shitty Flash games that's got an ugly, understated
I applaud Bethesda.
indie art style that's just bare bones.
Look,
fucking
I applaud the
mechanics.
Bethesda
As
gave
bare
up
as you
the
can get,
ability
charging
to
$40 for your
hand
two-map
somebody
extravaganza.
else
Are you
the
out of your
reign to
fucking
make their
mind?
games.
They put an
I
alpha
applaud
out there. The alpha
Bethesda to
doesn't
not
do
taking
well,
the two in the
and that's
back of the head
based on
by
the fact that the
Microsoft and
available
being
numbers
told
you
what to
can
do.
see of people
Pretty
participating in the alpha went off a cliff
That's what I applaud
on day
this
2.
morning.
And then so they open it up, they get rid of the
Yeah,
NDA
for
because
it.
they're going to show
Use
you
it
how
for
great it
man.
is.
I've seen him play.
And it's soulless slop shit.
It's the what is it?
And how
Concord
sunk into
2.
it is Sony. As
It's
the
under a new
owners of
name.
Bungie. How fucked are they? After Concord and all this, they wanted to hit that trend because game development is always like 5 years behind everything. That's why Sony has so many shit bombs dropping right now.
Yeah.
Because they really thought they were going to be the next fucking
Well, they're
Fortnite.
a decade behind.
They really thought that they were going to get on that Tarkov shit. And here they are
Tarkov
years
is
later
dead,
with a
technically.
fucking uninspired, sloppy, shitty, fucking sterile mess. Time and again. And of course, those games by themselves are shit. But then you infuse that uppity, lib shit, hippie, fuckwit San Francisco flavor. And you're cooking. You got a little faggeroni on the stove.
Macaroni.
Now the blue hairs have really fucked you with
Macaroni.
their horrific looking
San
color
Francisco
schemes
tree.
and models. They got to put a little DEI in there for no reason. Nobody's going to stop them.
Oh God.
God almighty, what is going on? And there's suffering. They and all the people they work with are absolutely suffering for it. Even in gaming adjacent sectors like gaming journalism, here comes Polygon. Gaming news site Polygon gutted by massive layoffs amid sale to Valnet. Polygon co-founder says he's just completely sickened by the news. Oh, are you, buddy? Oh, God, it's so devastating. Oh, everybody at Polygon got fucked in the ass. Well, first off, you don't hate gaming journalists as much as you should. So let's celebrate. Can I get an F? Can I get an F for fuck you, Polygon? Can I get an S for spit on him? Oh, it's into the bread lines with you, Libby. Take your hippies, smelly ass. Take your San Francisco ass into the fucking bread lines. That's where you belong.
Where'd you go?
Let's get an S. Let's get some S's. My little
there you go. There's the chat
my
going.
little sweetie squad snakes. Can we get some? Let's spit on them. Show me a little contempt.
Jesus.
Spit on the motherfuckers.
Oh,
Grind
ducks
them into
going
the
too.
dust.
Jeez.
You need to celebrate more. You need to celebrate when your enemies make a tactical mistake for their hardships and suffering.
I think
that quote from Sam Hyde is fucking accurate when he talks about what they want to do when they win, hurting you and your family and your children and thinking it's funny. Show no mercy. Enjoy your victory. Savor it. Grind them into the fucking dust so they can't get snotty about it because they think they have the moral high ground. Fuck you. Fuck you. Who's going to hire you now? Where are you going to write now? Because this trend is everywhere. It's not just in gaming journalism. It's all the fucking
McConty's trying to make a whole private
Report,
division.
EA
for
lays off
several websites
hundreds
that
of
she can work
workers
on.
after canceling games at Respawn Entertainment. 300 to 400 fucking employees.
No shit.
300 to 400. And this isn't, something that's once in a blue moon. This has been every fucking week since the start of pretty much 2025. It's news of some AAA game failing, some company failing their earnings report, some endeavor being canceled, some gaming adjacent thing getting gutted and all the people fired, gaming journalists being nailed to the fucking wall by new parent companies, and corporations expunging subsidiary studios and letting go of mass amounts of employees. When I looked at the numbers, it was catastrophic. I don't think people understand how catastrophic the percentage of firings in the gaming industry have been in 2023 and in 2024. When you hear numbers between 10 to 20,000 employees throughout that entire fiscal year period,
way higher.
You're talking anywhere from 15 to 20% of people being shit kicked. And here we are in a new year, brand new year, keeping those numbers. We're fighting for those numbers. We're pumping them, boys. We're pumping them. So you tell me, what message is that sending to these fucking retards? Because I'm confused. How is a company going to come to me and say, hey, you're going to pay me $100 for this game, and it's a digital-only game? What are you going to do? Well, how about I don't buy it, asshole?
Pretty much.
How about your industry is literally getting a boot on its neck? I am George Floyding your fucking industry. Where are you to dictate to me anything? Where are you to get snotty with me about fucking anything? I will burn your shit to the ground, and then I'll pirate the stuff that you worked on before you became poverty-stricken. What are you going to do about it, bitch? Ask your journalist friends to write an article crying? Sorry, they got fired too. Where do you get off treating me as a customer like shit? You smug little fuckers. For a decade, you've been like this.
And now you are
reaping what you
game
sow.
I have bought recently,
and I think it is
for full
fantastic.
price was Power World.
Because this industry needs to get
That's
gutted.
probably it.
It is as incompetent and spend happy and visionless as Hollywood. When you look at the amount of monies those studios lose, the amount of projects they embark upon that are fiscal fucking disasters, and then you look at the gaming industry and notice they have followed lockstep with that fucking model. But the difference is Hollywood has existed for 100 fucking years, so they know how to use and abuse tax shelters
that
and
they
all
have
sorts
at
of
least
loopholes
20
to
years of
protect their
product
ass.
that
Whereas you, my gaming industry friend,
they could work
don't
on
know
for,
how to
for
do that.
quite some time.
Nobody has a 100-year relationship with your shithouse.
Yeah, it's fair.
You're going to dictate to the customers that we need to spend more money and be happy about it and get less for it? How about fuck you? How about I can handle not having any video games for a decade? Can you handle not living in a house? I can handle no multiplayer for a decade. I'll read a book. Can you handle living in your fucking car? I can handle not enjoying the newest fighting game or the newest pew-pew shooter game. Can you handle 18 days in a row and no food in your tummy? I think one of us doesn't really have the sternness to survive this. I don't know, chat. I think these people might have overestimated their ability to
the double A in the
around
indie industry will most likely
because they
take
know
over.
they are surely finding out.
We're destined for another gaming crash.
And they'll keep doing it. Because the people in charge
I
of
don't
the
even think there'll
studios
be a AAA title
are
game
brain-rotted
company
retards.
that will survive this year.
Does that mean everybody
Next
in the
one.
industry is bad?
Yeah, it'll be
Does
difficult.
that mean every company's bad? No. But it
Yep.
sure is prevalent.
Oh yeah.
There sure is a lot of them.
Maybe the ones bought by Microsoft, but even them are gonna.
This might be.
Well, the
perfect
funny thing with
opportunity for
Microsoft, they're really not a
mid-tier
AAA
developers. If you look
gaming
back on the
company.
history of gaming,
Really?
and you look at some of the best
No, the ones bought by
libraries that
them. I
ever
didn't say.
existed.
Oh yeah, no. I'm
You'll
just
see
saying
something like, and
Microsoft
I don't
in
think anybody will
general.
disagree, even if they had a different
It's a
console
different
at the
breed.
time.
Unlike
But look at
Sony,
something like
which
the
is
PS1 in
kind
particular,
of
even the PS2. Use these
Yeah.
two as an
more
example.
into selling
There were
fridges
so
than they are
many
really
companies
selling video games.
that had existed before those consoles that had made niche games
Nintendo might have a
that
problem.
either didn't get ported
Wow.
over or didn't get translated or didn't have
One
the
that
money
helped,
for a publisher.
restart everything
And
is
these
the one
companies,
that
when
fucked
they
everything
had that
over at the end of
opening
it.
up, of verdant green new fields and not being under
I
Nintendo's
love it.
thumb and not having to worry about Sega imploding, this open opportunity. You had all these companies coming out, Working Design, all these other companies. I mean, think of something like that released stellar fucking games that weren't AAA, but they weren't indie. They were this weird sort of middle ground.
Yeah, double A.
They created
Single
an
A.
amazing library with a real breadth to it that you don't really see anymore, with unique, fun, quirky, funny, different experimental games. In that time period, and not just PS1 and PS2, but you got the N64 and the GameCube.
Yeah.
You've got stuff like the Dreamcast. I think of the titles that you used to see come out, even the first party stuff, just the fucking the field of games that you had. The things that you could look into, the things that you could play, how fucking quirky and weird and good they were. And seeing these big powerhouses that have dominated everything, that have ruined everything, that have just run their business in a shitty way, treated their customers in a shitty way, bullied
The
and
problem
rated
is
others
these industries
with
keep
their
trying
wealth
to
and
make
prestige in
only
a shitty
AAA
way.
games. Yeah.
And now they might have an opportunity.
Yeah.
As they all fucking go
Like
down
I
in
play an
flames,
indie game that
the little guy can pop
draws
up and say,
attention.
hey, we don't
Who
have
knows?
$100 million budget, but we make stuff that's not dog shit. Maybe you should check it out. Maybe you like
I
it.
play Surround It.
Maybe we could accommodate
I get
you.
people
We have
showing
a
up. What's
development
his
cycle
game?
that's
Well, I
2
got
years,
this
not
game.
10. We have a budget that's $10
How
million,
long? How many
not
hours have you been
$200
playing
million.
this game?
And we don't do marketing because you tell people if it's good or not, and we sell based on that. I don't know who's going to reign. Is this going to be left? Is Evercade going to be the last fucking console that does physical? Are we going to all be dual swapping our ROMs into fucking Evercade machines? I don't mind
I
that.
think the
It can
ROMs are
run
going to be
fucking
the
Tomb Raider
winner
and Legacy of Kain, so
at
I'm
the
fine
end.
with it.
GOG and ROMs.
It's like a Sharp X 86,000 or a PC 8801. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's dual boot this bitch. Let's have those double-lot game devs get out there and start making me little cartridges for my fucking Evercade. Oh, sorry, went off on a bit of a tangent.
You did?
Yeah, this is just, it's something that does bother me. I probably, like the majority of you who are watching this, have, I'm your typical, I'm so typical when this comes to it, middle class. And my spending habits and my earnings, everything when you look at our household is just your basic bitch, middle class sort of person.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be one of those streamers that does it every day, and I've got a Lambo and a stupid mansion and whatever, and then I don't have to think about money. But me, like every one of you, when I see this sort of stuff, it pisses me off because I think to myself, I do like gaming, and I like it as a hobby, but I'm not going to put that much money into it. I just can't. I can't put that much money into it anymore. I can't justify to myself $100 a game, even if it's a good one. I can't justify to myself getting something that's just a download code. Rich coming from a guy that's got a fucking Steam account, but it's true. I mean, maybe if they acted like Gabe, this would be a different conversation. But have you ever seen Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo say, hey, everybody, we're going to do a Summer Games Fest and everything's $1. Hey, everybody, just for the fuck of it, these 100 games are free. Why not? I'm Gabe and I love you all. No, they never do that. They never treat it like that. So how is this guy with a PC, service platform in a monopoly almost? Do you really count Epic and Blizz? No. So with a monopoly, is still more generous to everybody than all of them. It blows my mind. It really fucking it gets to me. And I kind of wonder if Gabe ever has a conversation with the people on his platform when he talks about doing sales and he's like, listen, it's fucking digital, man. You don't have a product cost. Yeah, we get a cut, but everybody gets a cut. That's the reality of how this works.
I mean, so does GOG and a few others.
A platform cut, just like you get on a console. But what you don't have is a physical cost. So it just, when it comes to this,
yes
I
and
can't,
no.
I can't justify it. I can't pay $100 for a fucking download code. I can't pay $100 for something that should never have gotten to this. And I don't want to hear about, I've got a JCPenney catalog and a Toys R Us
agree,
from
and
the 1990s. Yeah,
only ever so slightly.
Okay.
I disagree.
You got that from Germany.
Fair.
Or from England.
Because you
or
have
whatever
servers,
other
people
fucking
that keep those servers going,
Yes, I get
update
Nintendo
programmer.
occasionally had
There
overpriced
is
shit.
some.
But if you look at the N64,
Yeah, but when it comes down
everything
to it,
about
do you think it's
there
actually
was a
worth
reason.
the almost $100?
Those cartridges were
No.
cost.
Oh no, that's why I said I
That's why everybody
somewhat
Final Fantasy
agree.
VII ended
Disagree.
up
I agree with the servers
rather
in that,
than
but I'm
the
like,
And then I keep those servers crash.
Yeah.
So this is.
But then you also had fucking Google and Amazon getting the way of bandwidth. Oh, we have to charge you for bandwidth, an unreasonable amount, by the way. So then, yeah, you got that issue, and
I wanted to switch it up a little bit before
just ever so
we get
slightly,
into some of the
but
more serious stuff.
but $80. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Andy Ditch, rip in peace, Mama Ditch, and a little bit about gaming. But the actual show, the main show, is coming up here. We've got two things, the IRL streamer apocalypse, but we've got another one that I'm going to work my way into because you might not be aware of it. Currently happening right now at this very moment. But Give, Send, Go, they're in the middle of a race war.
Oh.
Race war! Race war! Race war!
Sweet.
Race war's on, everybody! It's going down! Shit is going down!
No shit. Give, Send, Go, yeah.
Now you see, the story of the Give, Send, Go race war is quite interesting. It focuses around two campaigns that have shown up on this little indie platform where you can do donation campaigns. Think of a GoFundMe. Maybe you haven't heard of Give, Send, Go. It's just an alternative, same thing. There's nothing really super different. They're a little more forgiving, though, when it comes to what kind of campaigns can be on there. They're sort of established as that, as the alternative that wouldn't boot you for putting a campaign on their platform. And our story of the Give, Send, Go race war begins with two particular campaigns. One revolving around a gentleman named Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, God, him.
Oh, God, yeah.
I checked this earlier today. Maybe the numbers are a little off. But as of
murder.
today, is sitting at
$521,872
raised off 15.
Oh, shoot the bitch.
No, bitch. Unless you can prove self-defense, it's straight up murder. You went and murdered the kid.
Student. He stabbed him in the heart at a track meet or a run. Killed the kid. And they have put up this campaign, and a lot of people, 15,000, have donated $521,000.
Yeah, mostly white with the white guilt.
To him and his family.
Republican.
But
I guarantee none of them are.
Now we've got another
person.
person.
That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah.
This is what makes it a race war. Her name is Shiloh Hendricks. Sitting at $628,000.
Really? I forgot about this.
23,359 donations. Now, Shiloh Hendricks didn't murder anyone. She didn't go around stabbing high school track athletes in their heart with a fucking Bowie knife.
Mm-hmm.
She said a no-no word on a playground to a child that was allegedly stealing from her and her family.
Oof.
And was in the middle of getting canceled. Oh, cancel culture. But something funny happened. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Give, Send, Go race war, the story of Carmelo Anthony and Shiloh Hendricks, and what the hell is going on. Because it talks to larger issues that are currently happening in society right now, and something that's sort of kind of fucking remarkable. And these stories are really actually related in a way you might not imagine. But before we get into that, because this is going to be the show proper, and boy, am I probably going to get a lot of shit for this one, based on the clips I've got ready to play. It's going to be fun, I'm telling you. Before we get into that, this is a hat-funded economy, so let me be a little bit of a whore, and then we're going to take a small break, and after we do the break...
Oh, buy a hat for your hat.
So I'm going to let my little merch commercial play. Take 5 minutes, grab yourself a drink, get ready. Of course, listen to the commercial. Go get some of the new... Americana merch, the brutalism stuff. It's good stuff. Or maybe some Candyman merch. I don't know. It really is up to you what you'd like. There's a whole host of new items up there. I think I've got a picture of a few of them. There you go. The Brutal Americanism and the Sweetie Squad van. The very nice, wholesome family stuff. Mars is Ours, Manifest Destiny in outer space. Good stuff, too.
Mars is our bitch.
Medicare.myshopify.com.
I gotta get the hat.
To many hats. So let's do a small break. We'll get back into it with the Shiloh Hendricks
We still
story
need the yarmulke.
Carmelo Anthony. Believe me, it's going to be a doozy.
Yarmulke.
It's going to be a doozy. Oh, boy.
Trying to find one that actually does that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's almost like you need to, find a few Jews that could, help you with the wholesale department.
I mean, don't we have a Jubin? Doesn't that work?
Right there, Jubin. We need an actual Jew.
Isn't her mother an actual Jew? I mean,
she doesn't have to wear the funny hat.
No.
And she's a woman, so she's never going to do the work. You need the Jew males.
Well, yes, we're screwed then.
Yeah, the only person who could probably come by is Rage, and even Rage is questionable.
Yeah.
He's a drunk Jew. He's a drunk.
So he's not very kosher, is what you're saying.
No, very, very much. Yeah, very, very.
Hey, I have drank the sacramental kosher wine. That's good shit. I can't blame him. You just you drink, and don't even think about it. So
that is fair. That is fair.
And after a gallon, you just throw up your life. Everything that's inside you, everything you experience, you just throw it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that was a bad night.
Yeah.
Said, I bless the toilet. I bless my trash can. I bless.
Yeah, you're gonna be blessing a lot of things. Jesus fucking Christ.
I blessed the upstairs with that. Some of the upstairs, then cleaned it up and blessed it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was bad. I should.
Yeah, well, it
but it just went down
easy,
so
comes up hard.
Oh no, yeah, it was like drinking candy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Goes down easy, comes up hard.
Oh yeah.
Gotta watch out for that shit.
And I just didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, this doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. That's a lot of percentage. That's a lot of proof. Oops.
Oopsies. Yeah, I had to teach my buddy Oliver on that one too when it came down to the hard ciders. He's like, it's like apple juice. No, it's not.
You're gonna learn today.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he's been talking about the game so far today.
Pretty much
5 minutes so far. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he started off with the guy that he covered, the autistic poo guy.
Autistic Winnie the Pooh.
Well, no, the guy that has the shit fetish.
Oh,
claims that he's autistic and he's not. Well, his mom died, and apparently he's up for charges for tampering of food.
Ralph?
No, not Ralph. That's a whole different person.
I mean, honestly, it sounds like the same person.
Not really. Ralph is not going out of his way to try to get medical people to wipe his ass.
Are you sure?
In Mexico? Yeah, I'm sure.
That's true. We don't even know if he's alive right now, do we? Still?
He's responded.
Okay, he's respond.
Yeah.
God damn it, we gotta find that point and take it out. Honestly, I mean, or put at least some shaky pills there so he won't go back to it. I don't know.
He probably will.
I don't know.
Because he likes his shaky pills.
That's true. Put some Flintstone vitamins in there.
Flintstone vitamin.
Yeah, something. 1 million strong and growing.
Yeah, 1 million strong and growing. Yeah, 1 billion strong and growing. Yeah, did Ralph surface or is he? No, he surfaced. He surfaced.
Yeah, they did bury him deep enough.
Just like the corpse pick that he is, he came back to holler one more time. Suey.
Oh, God damn it.
Just to prove that he ain't dead.
Cigarette for this one.
You there, Sparky?
Oh, yeah. Buy that hat.
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's turn the little...
What do you think of this mess so far?
Off so everybody understands what's going on.
Like everything
I
else.
hope you had a good piss. Did you write a whole story about it like Andrew did?
It's shit.
Did you say, dear mom, there was a stream going on and I had to go take a
beautiful
piss break.
shit.
Please post this on Facebook for the whole family.
It's glorious shit.
I hear that's a
There
trend.
you
He's got a shit.
I've
Set the
got a
stage.
shit.
Give,
I
set,
mean,
go.
I actually do have
Two
to.
different campaigns about 2 different subjects, and let's get into this. We're going to get into some heavy shit.
I mean, there was always chance, but no, it never happened.
And Austin Metcalf is a person that he murdered. The boy that he killed. The teenager that he slaughtered. And, you know, I'm going to start this off. I know I've colorfully titled this A Race War, but I want to start this off by saying this. The thing I found most offensive about this particular story, you know, aside from the egregious actions of Carmelo Anthony, is a fundamental thread that's run through it in regards to his father, Jeff Metcalf. Now, I understand everybody grieves a loss differently. I mean, we talked about Andrew Ditch earlier and his weird insertion of his fetish into the death of his mother. But Jeff Metcalf is the father of Austin. And there's something so disgusting about betraying your blood, about turning your back on a family member who has suffered a horrific injustice. And this man has done something that's so fucking reprehensible, that's just so subhuman to do. And I can't get over it. Every child, regardless of their age, should feel like their parents have their back.
Yeah.
Should feel like they are there with unconditional fucking support and unconditional love.
Yeah.
And don't, you know, get this twisted as me saying, oh, you've got to pay for all your kids' shit and put up with their bad. No, of course not. Of course they'll be disciplined. Of course they're going to be, you know, some kind of a structure around their personality and their lives. I get that.
There does there need to
But
be
what
a
I'm
structure?
talking about
like bars,
is when outside forces conspire to
maybe
hurt
some
your
men.
children. When somebody comes at your kids,
you know,
it's
a
your
guy that
fucking
wanders up
duty
and
as a
down, you
parent.
know, rattling the cage, telling you to go to sleep.
It's your duty.
A toilet
as a decent human being
the concrete somehow, you know.
Yeah. Actually, no, make it a toilet with
a sink.
The
And
sink.
if somebody
Yeah.
kills
Like
them
a one piece.
and takes their life and murders
Well,
them
yeah, one piece
in the
sink, a
prime of
bed
their
with a
fucking life,
cellmate.
your duty as a
that licks your ear
father,
at night.
as a decent man,
Nothing about
is to get
you know
out there
how they're going to
and tell
make
the
you
piece of
make
shit
you
that did it
a lovely
that you
bitch.
hope he burns.
You're gonna feel
that
it.
every ounce of justice coming his way is
It's
deserved.
gonna come out in every
Because that is
different
what a
orifice you
fucking
can imagine.
parent
All the
does.
holes are going to be filled.
You step up and protect
Even
your
the new
children.
ones.
Yeah.
You go after those that hurt them. And it's disgusting
We're going to
that
hell.
this piece of
Oh,
shit.
wait, we're over here.
I know, right?
I don't even know where to begin with it. I don't even know what the
Start off the
psychology
black
of what I'm
kid who's
witnessing is.
17 stabbed the white kid who's 17
I understand
because
people go through
his
grief in different
feces were
ways,
hurt.
and sometimes it fucks you up. Sometimes it scatters you to the
That
wind,
kid's fucked.
and it makes you think in weird ways and do weird shit because you can't accept the reality that somebody you fucking love, that you had a hand in creating and raising, is dead. But this man, his behavior is repugnant.
Repugnant. That's a good word.
And understand,
That's a good
this
word.
is for
A
any
strong word.
parent. It's not if you're just white.
My question
You're
is,
black,
has
Latino,
he,
I don't care.
has he been listening to Disco
If you
Inferno?
betray your kid like this,
Possibly.
you deserve scorn.
So he okay.
So I want to show
it is
you what
so
this
it is
man,
true. He is
quote
listening
unquote, has
to
done.
Keeping It 100
His
with
son
Conan
has
and
been
Disco.
murdered.
Okay.
That's what he knows. Stabbed at a school meet. That's what he knows. And within 24 hours,
Diabolical.
he's out there to make sure that nobody picks on the man that the other boy that annihilated his son. He wants to make sure that nobody says mean things. You might hurt the feeling of the piece of shit, the homicidal maniac, the fucking criminal that killed your kid. You want to make sure to go out there and let everybody know, the world and the news and your neighbors, to be nice, to behave. You're going to go out there and protect the piece of shit that killed your son.
It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know. They weren't there.
They don't know. They weren't there. Hey, you don't understand. All right, this boy is a human being. He's got some feelings too. You know, when he was shoving that Bowie knife in my boy's heart, you know, as he sliced his as he sliced his heart open with a giant Bowie knife like a fucking victim out of a shitty Hollywood horror movie, when he's reenacting Scream on my son in that school tent, he hurt his wrist a little bit. You know, the thrust of the dagger in my athletic son's chest, because he is athletic, he's well defined and built those muscles, they provided some resistance, and you don't understand, he hurt his hand. That's not a black or white thing, that's a human being thing. Don't you understand this poor boy that annihilated my fucking son needs your sympathy? And don't you dare say otherwise, or you might be a racist. You might be one of those bad people that says spicy things like the N-word.
I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice. And it affected both his family and my family.
Oh, he made a bad choice. Right.
Oh, you know somebody who else it also just happened to affect was your son, who he murdered. What a fucking betrayal.
That is.
Now, I don't have some special insight. I can't tell you if there's an afterlife, and if there is an afterlife, what kind it is, what religion it might be. But imagine that such an afterlife does exist, and his son is in it. And after being taken from this world so early, he sees his father kissing the ass of the piece of shit that took him from it. What
White
level
guilt.
of betrayal
That's
is that?
what drives the guy. White guilt.
What level of sort of disgusting suicidal empathy are we at? Now, you might wonder, what about the rest of the family? He happens to have a twin brother who was there and watched his brother die, held him in his fucking arms as he bled to death. Or the mother who's now lost a son she'll never have. What their opinion is. Because when the news covered this story, they were so shocked by what this man was saying publicly, both during press events and directly to news stations, that they decided they had to talk to the rest of the family and see what the fuck is going on.
I heard your husband say within hours of this that he forgave this other young man, and he got there so quickly. And I honestly don't know that I could.
Look
and
at
I just want to see.
face.
And I don't know that there's a right or a wrong place to be, especially as quickly as this has
rocking.
happened.
Yeah, he's about
Megan,
ready
how do
to
you
just
feel
say,
on
my
that
dad's
front
piece of
today?
shit isn't in this family anymore.
I am
not like their dad. I am so angry at that boy. And it's just not fair. That's all I have.
Yeah, it isn't fair. Yeah, and I would be angry too. I think anybody.
Yeah, the parents are
any
divorced,
sensible
right?
person.
I believe so. Yes.
Now this
I think
farce,
they're
this
separated.
Yeah, fuck the dad.
circus,
Yeah.
continues on. The father, he just couldn't help himself. He had to insert himself and give this speech time and time again. Now, when people die, especially in a lot of public, eye-catching ways, or things that get a lot of news coverage, or things that really, anger people, as this particular case had before the Gives on Go even started. You'll get others that will start to insert themselves, others with political beliefs, organizations that will try to latch on or use the event that happened and try to incorporate it. And I get that. That sucks, and most people would be annoyed by it. That's understandable. But the father decided to use such an occurrence where a group of people, I don't even know who it is exactly, used his son, talked about his son, said it shouldn't be happening, talked about white kids getting killed across the country. And instead of telling the guy, just fuck off, decided to grandstand. Now, the audio is a little out on this. I tried my best to fix it. It's going to come blasting through. But let's listen to some pearls that he decided to drop after telling everybody to be nice to the killer.
Country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide.
No
I
Minecraft.
subtitle it, so I'm just going to say it out loud to you. Hopefully you can pick up on it.
You're not going to get in Minecraft.
No, man, that man fucked up. That man fucked up.
And that's being
It's a complete fuck up. It's over. I don't care what happens at this point. White guilt
You're
needs
making
to
this
stop.
worse. You're making it a race issue. You're basically a piece of shit. How dare you? How dare you bring up the facts of this case? How dare you condemn the kid that murdered my son?
Bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking.
That's called white guilt.
No, let it go.
No, it is. It's called white guilt. He's not wrong.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
You know, generally, if I saw a clip like this,
no, he's not.
I'd almost always be on the parent's side. I'd be like, stay away from the event. You know, don't try to use the kid. Don't try to politicize it or use it for whatever your fucking
The
thing
killer
is.
had an event, and the dad went.
But this guy actually is right in this instant. Your son got stabbed for no fucking reason.
No, I'm not surprised that they did.
And you're out there on your knees
no
sucking the
fucking
dick of
shit.
the murderer and his family and his attorneys and telling everybody they're wrong for talking about the facts of the case and running cover for this shit. And you're going to see what that results in. Yeah, you're creating more. You're creating the same mentality in the environment that's going to lead to more of the same shit happening. This guy actually happens to be right. So what happens to Dad? You know, when he's down on his knees sucking dick like a retard. Oh well, let's see if the courtesy's returned. Let's see how Carmelo Anthony's family and his attorneys treat the father of the victim when he shows up at their press conference. Let's see how that turned out.
If you take a look at your screen now, what you are looking at is video of Jeff Metcalf being escorted out of the co-working space where the Next Gen Action Network's office is by Dallas Police. You see that there. Jeff Metcalf, the gentleman who was wearing the sunglasses and the blue shirt, who's being escorted out, is the father of Austin Metcalf, who was the teenager who was stabbed and killed in the tracking to the school. He is being asked to be escorted out at a press conference. That is
Didn't even do shit, just stood there and watched.
Yeah.
Metcalf's child are expected.
He got thrown out. They threw his ass straight out of the event. He shows up because he's gonna, I don't know, circle suck all the Anthony males on stage to the amusement of everybody in the press. I don't know what his fucking plan was, but they threw him out.
Okay, it's not
Did
me.
Boomer Jim Boomered?
I'm guessing because I thought it was me for a brief second. I was like, what's going on?
Nope, Nope, he went.
Did YouTube get him?
I don't know. He's still gone.
I just refreshed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. See, chat's still gone.
If you take a look at your screen now,
There
what
we
you
go.
are looking at is video.
Oh, sorry. I think I hit the wrong volume button there.
Yeah, Boomer!
I hit the wrong. Oh, Boomer Jim did it again.
Boomer.
I'll just. I'll summarize. I'll be
Gen X
succinct
boomer.
about it so we can
Boomer. He's
catch
a
up to
doomer
where I am
boomer.
right now.
He's a
What
dead
I was saying
boomer
in
boomer.
regards to the clip
Or dying.
is-
Excuse me.
Isn't
Dying,
it
not dead.
interesting?
No, I know.
that Carmelo
I
Anthony
also
and
said
his family
doomer, but you
will
know.
ask this man to leave
Doomer
when
boomer.
the defense of his son, is essentially that he was asked to leave the tent. That makes it permissible. It's a case of self-defense because he was in a tent he shouldn't be, but he was asked to leave, so he can obviously stab this young man to death. But when his father shows up at a press event, open to the press and the public, he needs to be escorted out by the police. And I was also going to add, just as icing on the cake, to really put the finishing touches on this clusterfuck, the father, as he's leaving, because it's his age, I've always heard people say this shit, and I always thought it was a fucking joke. I always was under the impression that it was bullshit. That boomers will tell young kids, you look them in the eye and you give them a firm handshake. And what is he doing here? He's literally looking them in the eye and giving the police a handshake. Thank you very much for throwing my ass out. Let me shake your fucking hand. He's doing it. He's doing the meme. Amazing. And what did, really just to kind of cap this off, what did Anthony's attorney have to say about this after having him escorted out and thrown out? After this man has gotten on his knees and sucked the dick of the person that killed his fucking kid? What did they have to say about it? Oh, let's give it a listen.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful.
Oh,
it just shows
shit.
you all.
This lawyer is going to be
The
so fucking
character.
bad for him. You need to get a new lawyer.
Who is not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
Are you
But
sure
he
about
did it.
that?
And so
He was
I said to
sucking
people,
your dick
actions
and you
speak louder than
really?
words.
You didn't.
Okay.
Of course, they don't want to have a
What
white
he
guy
has
suck
failed
dick.
into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, get bigotry, and
Wait,
get
wait.
racism.
Hold up, black motherfucker.
That's racist. Oh,
Damn, he
can I
comes
say
in
first, I
as a
really appreciate the
supporter,
costume choice of
as
the
a
man on the
defender
left.
for this
I feel like I'm
motherfucker
watching a kid
that
play
you
movie
know.
from the late 80s,
Oh, yeah.
early 90s.
Shaved
I
a
remember
white
this.
I'm
kid
just waiting
because
for
his
fucking Urkel
fifis
to pop out somewhere.
were hurt.
It's like one of those made-for-TV
And
movies where
and
they're kind of adults.
the
where they don't say any
motherfucker's
cuss
dad
words,
shows up.
and they're
White
gonna
kid's
get
dad
jiggy
shows
with it,
up
yo.
to pay homage.
That's the
To
outfit
bend the
this
knee
motherfucker's
and to
decided to
give
wear to this
proper
press event.
strokes as needed.
And then he's
like, yeah,
the
no, bro, we don't
dime
need you.
store preacher as his fucking attorney up there. I don't know if this nigga's gonna sell me a fucking Cadillac or what. What are we doing up here?
Oh,
No, he's selling.
that funny thing about that lawyer,
This
he's
man
been
is
in
a
more
wizard.
jail time.
Beautiful.
He spent more jail time in
Fucking-
there than
Probably.
anyone in this chat and on that stage.
So you might be asking yourself, because Carmelo now is sitting on how much money in total was it? How much money in total was it that they fucking raised? Let me just pull this up here.
Not enough. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, $521,000. $521,000.
A lot of white,
somebody
a
who
lot of
essentially
white
just
folks
killed
with
some
white
kid
guilt
at
out
school
there.
because he felt like it. Wasn't supposed to be at the event. Wasn't registered in the event. Skipped school to go there. Alleged to have been going through people's bags to steal shit. Asked to leave and killed somebody. And that's deserving of $520,000. And oh my God,
Yeah,
if you watch social media in regards to this,
let them.
did black people love it? There is a wicked case going on in America. I was raised kind of as late Gen X, early millennial. And, it was always taught to us to be colorblind and to believe in meritocracy.
No, we can't be colorblind, there,
And
Jim.
this was sort of drilled into us. And the
I just
continual
never gave a shit.
evolution
I just never gave a shit.
of that
Not about
has
colorblind. I
led
just never
to
gave a shit.
a
I know,
suicidal
same here.
empathy.
But we're not allowed to, Jim. We've got to
White
accept.
people
We
do
got to
not collectively
see the
believe in
differences in
themselves
people,
as a
even
group.
though
and
we
they
were
don't
told not to
ever
one
say
time.
shit.
Screw
when
that
something
N-word
happens,
talk.
and they feel
Screw it.
bad if they're forced to address it. But
I don't want to get
every
Sparky's
other
channel in trouble.
group on Earth does not
Already
think
there.
that way.
It's already
I know.
there.
They don't
Confined.
believe that shit. You want a
Screw
case
that
in
gamer
point?
word shit.
He's
Go
already
look
had
right
me and
now,
Dragon
and this isn't
together
even
on
really
one
a
stream.
different,
I think
different
I
races
think
or
he'll
ethnic groups.
survive.
Go look at Pakistan and India, who are on the brink of war with one another, and look
God,
at how they talk.
if that ever
to
breaks
each other.
off, I'll be surprised.
Look what happens when the Indians
They're just
and the
going to kill each other
Chinese
at
have a
that border
border
forever.
dispute.
They've been
Look
doing
what
it for
happens
quite some time
when,
there, GMX.
any
I know, that's why I said
such as
forever.
The Chinese are in Africa.
And there's
their
a
Belts
billion
and
of them,
Road
so
program
it's
where
not
they go
going
around,
anywhere.
A
giving
billion,
third
2
world
billion,
countries,
1 billion on each side. Let's get right.
No,
well, I'm not going to get too
Pakistan
deeply
has
into
a
what
smaller
they're doing with the
population than
exploitative
India.
practices
India
of their
is
government.
Oh, that's right. I
They're
keep
going
forgetting
to
that.
third world
Yeah.
countries and building their bridges and shit. You ever see
I
Chinese
keep
tourists
forgetting
going
that
to
part.
like
They're
Nigeria?
no longer together.
And
I'm
see
that
what
old.
they do. You'll
I'm
see
that
black
fucking
people
old.
walking up and down the street going bing bong, ching chong.
I know.
You ever see what the Chinese, how they react when black soccer players show up in China? Every group on Earth thinks in some degree along racial lines, along ethnic lines. But white people have evolved this weird sense that they can never be
certain white
collective
people have
when
evolved
addressing an issue that affects an individual or the group. And this man, Jeff Metcalf,
Yeah, technically,
has
collectively,
been so
they're about 2
bred
billion.
and fed
But in India,
on
you're
this
looking at 1.5,
disgusting
give or
shit
take.
that he is willing to betray his son
1.4.
so that he looks
Pakistan
good
is
and
1.46.
non-racist.
Pakistan
when
has
it
about
comes to the piece of shit that
255,
killed
if
his
it's
son. Most parents would defend their kids even if they were
So, yeah.
egregious pieces of shit that were guilty of
So,
something.
so if they went into
And
full-fledged
yet
war,
his son
it's
appears
not
to be a
really
completely innocent
good.
victim.
If it went to,
And he's willing to throw him
boots
under
on
the
ground.
bus because he doesn't want to look like a bad racist. He doesn't want to look like he's thinking something wrong about this kid because he's a black kid.
No
and
shit.
every group out there is laughing at white people as they do this.
I'm laughing at you, and I'm a
doing
mixed
fucking
kid.
cartwheels
Fuck.
over social media, laughing their
I'm
ass
fucking
off,
white folks
talking
fall
about
for this
how
shit each and every time.
Dad teach those white people who can't season their chicken. Oh, Lordy, white people can't season their food. So I donated $20 to fucking Carmelo. And what's Carmelo doing with this ridiculous amount of money? Did they use it for bond and bail? Oh no, they're
doing
using
a
it. They're
shuckling
using
guy.
it well, all right. They decided, hey, let's move into a nearly $1 million house in a gated community and buy a brand new sports car right after the bond. So, if I'm getting this right, he murders a kid for no reason, gets $500,000.
Yeah, they're gonna lose that
moves
house
into
like
a nice
MC
house
Hammer.
and gets a fancy car, and the victim's father gets on his knees to suck his dick.
Questionable. Are you sure about that?
Well, you can imagine the effect this might
What?
have.
Like they're gonna lose that house like
white
MC
people.
Hammer?
They started
Now
to
let's
get
hear
a little
money.
bit mad. You know, I've said this before. Now, this is unrelated
One-
specifically to this. In regards
We
to
don't know
politics,
how. Basically, the
with
money
something
itself
like
is
Trump's
questionable
victory
because
and
we're looking at a
things that are going on with
900K.
douche and corruption in the government and all of that.
Yeah.
That I think
And a
people
sports
are
car.
go through a.
Oh yeah, no, that puts
Aston
it
Martin
into,
makes sense.
Have you ever seen
again,
somebody come out of
puts
a
it up
cult?
into $1.5
It
million.
usually takes
So
about a
he didn't get
year
$1.5 million.
for them to get deprogrammed.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna lose that house like
So
MC
America's
Hammer.
going through
No,
this
no,
deprogramming
no.
when it comes to
the
lib,
problem is he's also
commie
17,
shit
so it's not his
in their
house.
government and becomes.
Oh, his family's
to
gonna lose that house like
corruption.
17.
There you go.
And
Well, that's what I meant.
a
But-
part of
We'll
that
get it
is
right.
This deprogramming is happening, and people are like, "Hey, wait a minute."
And we
Maybe I
don't even know
shouldn't
how
be
much his
taken
lawyer
advantage of.
costs.
Hey, wait a
Oh
minute.
yeah.
Fuck
Or if we're gonna have another,
politicians. Hey,
you know,
wait a minute.
the lawyer steals the money.
You know, these commies have been lying to me. Part of that deprogramming is them going, "Hey, wait a minute. Why is this kid getting a fucking mansion for stabbing some white kid at a track meet?" So, right on the heels of this happening, what do we have happen? Well, we have a young lady online who's currently being referred to as Joan of Park.
An
Shiloh
Indian rented
Hendricks,
them the house.
who got into a
Probably.
little bit of a kerfuffle. Now there she was with her beautiful baby boy, at the playground. I think I have a pic. Yeah, here's a picture of her
Jesus
son
Christ.
Yeah.
at the fucking playground. When allegedly one of the little kids at the
Oh
playground.
my god! Shit, that's. I want
little
that
black boy,
T-shirt now.
went through her stuff and stole shit out of her purse.
That needs to be on a
And she
T-shirt.
flipped out.
Oh,
Said
God.
she said a naughty word. Now I get it. People should not go around.
You need to put
You
the
know,
face.
there should
That
be a limit to how we
motherfucker's
interact
not real.
regardless of who they
There.
But if somebody stole shit from me, I don't care if they're 5. Fuck them. I don't care if they're 5. If they're black, they're getting called an N-word. If they're white, I've got to be more creative. Come trailer trash. I'll find something.
No, he ain't wrong because black's got one thing
Maybe
that,
they're
that
Italian.
you know,
I'll call them a Guido. I don't know.
that
I'll
you
think of
lay
something.
out,
But that little
and the
5-year-old's
world
gonna hear
ends
something.
for
They're
them,
going through
especially
my
if you're not
shit.
black or within the
So
other
anyway,
shade
she's there with her
spectrum.
son on the playground.
ball?
Kid goes through her shit. So what do you know? Because this is a modern
kind
day
of
and age,
fucked
and
them
you
up
can't
pretty
do
good,
anything,
April, yeah.
anywhere, anytime, to any
Gorillaback?
degree
Silverback?
that involves
Silverback.
expression of who you are without
That's
somebody
a
showing
good
up with
one.
a fucking camera phone.
Oh, hold on. I
Deciding
gotta
to
find
use
my
it to
book.
get you canceled.
I gotta find my book.
They don't get really upset on this.
The child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
I can't be mad for that.
No, neither can I.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
He
That little
is.
child? Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what
Yeah,
That's what
I
you're
think
gonna call
that's pretty
him.
He's
acceptable.
gonna act like one. He deserves the title.
You know, that's a hate speech.
And this is
And you
coming
gotta
from
be
a
ashamed for
half-breed.
Jesus fucking. Look, I was beaten to a point where
Okay,
my
let's see
black
about
fell
that.
off
What the internet has
in
to say
some
about you.
cases. I mean, seriously, fuck me. Even the family who is
Oh, we'll see what the
jet
internet
black
has to
would tell you
say. I
that
think the internet
motherfucker's a
has to
nigger.
say, here's $600,000. I think the
Jesus
internet has to
Christ.
say, hey, after that Carmelo Anthony thing where black kids are getting mansions for stabbing white kids, fuck you. How about that? Oh, we're going to cancel her? How about we're going to put her in a mansion? How about we're going to make sure she drives a Lamborghini? How about her kids are going to vacation in the fucking Bahamas? How about she's going to go to fancy restaurants and eat incredibly expensive food and drink champagne? How about that?
I hope that woman.
How about
gets
how
to
about
do all
that
those
for
things.
that 30-second interaction? How about that's what the internet's going to say? How about white people have just reached the fucking limit? How about they've hit the peak of N-word fatigue? How about they just don't give a fuck anymore?
nigger
And
fatigue?
we're gonna
I mean,
sanctify and
I'm waiting for
canonize
that to happen.
Joan of Park here. How about that? How
Hold
about
up
that?
here.
Also, you know
I
what I
got-
really like? What I really enjoyed the most about this particular
How about
interaction?
Sambo?
I don't know if you caught this or not, so I'm going to play
Sambo.
it for you.
I mean, you can do better.
She's like a
I
horse
know.
whisperer.
That's just the first
to
one that
this
I
guy.
opened up.
I don't know if you caught it. Let me replay it. She's using a very
Let's
special
see.
vocalization technique to get her point across.
You call him a nigger?
Pretty
Call
much.
him a nigger?
Well, she did do. She needed to do a lot of clicks. That's
she
for sure.
sassed him. That was an orangutan call she did to this guy in the middle of this fucking park.
Yep.
And he didn't have any. That dead stopped. He didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, no shit.
Did this
Because he's
bitch
like, hey,
just-
I know.
Did she
I
just
know what that
Magilla
means.
gorilla me in the middle of this fucking park? 600,000. Here you go. Here's your money. Would you like Bitcoin with that? She's gonna have that video
She should have called him an
fucking
N-word.
put on
Niggler?
Blu-ray.
Yes.
And in a
I
way,
would love
line.
Niggler.
So when her kid asked,
He would have been more
Mom,
appropriate.
I
I
thought
know.
we were
But
like,
then I
we're
wasn't
in the
a
middle of
little
class.
good,
How are
so
you
good.
affording to send me to like
There's
fucking
the ninny.
Cambridge? And she's gonna
Nah,
hit the play button.
not good, Ninny.
In fact, that's what the license plate on her
Uh.
Lambo is gonna say. That's what the fucking license plate is gonna say. That's it.
Monkey?
She's cracked
You're
the
gone
code.
monkey.
She's the
I've
monkey
been
Oh,
called a
Jesus
house
Christ.
safe and
She's the fucking
Mooly?
monkey whisperer
nah,
out there.
Let's see.
nah,
More?
Now, how can
Maybe.
the story get better?
maybe.
Oh, because
Some
of
more?
course it can.
Yeah.
Because the
Should've done
person who
that.
decided, hey, we need to cancel her. Now, you need to know, this
Okay, I
took
forgot.
place in
I'm not in my
Minnesota.
house.
Okay, and there is a large population that has been
Oh, well.
imported into Minnesota over
It
the
is
last
what it
decade
is.
of Somalis. In fact, I believe it was it must have been 7 or 8 years back. People up north, I think it was in Duluth, had a complaint because a lot of the immigrants that were coming over, Somali and otherwise, they didn't have any of like the early childhood vaccines.
There we go.
And so they were worried that their kids who were going to school with these other immigrant kids were going to get stuff like measles or rubella or tuberculosis or all this other crazy shit.
Kingfish.
And I remember, I think it was Walls had gone up there and it basically told, it was some government representative, gone up there and
Jar
told
Jar.
them, you're racist for even being worried about that, and you need to leave the state. Minnesota, what I'm trying to get at here, loves its Somalians.
Wait, hold up.
So there's
Nick
a very large population,
told
and
me
this
I
happened to be
could
a
import
Somali
all of
immigrant.
them.
And a very special kind, too.
Jungle
Nick Data told me.
Raping
Nick Data told me
earlier
I
this
could call
year.
him a
Omar,
Joe.
29, and his acquaintance, Omar, 41, both of Rochester, are facing
my God.
felony charges related to rape and sexual assault of a 16-year-old female earlier this year.
I mean, did the 29 hold it down, or and 41 do the job?
Lo and behold, charges dropped against Rochester man accused of sexually abusing teen victim. The Olmsted County Attorney's Office has dismissed the charges in the interest of justice. Now, why would the DA
there's a lot of old.
here,
I keep on forgetting how many was
be interested in dropping?
Yeah, there are
everybody. Just call everybody. Just call
After
everybody.
waiting 2 to 3 years to even begin
There are just so many
against the alleged perpetrators.
Thank you, Practical Guide to
Because
racism.
Minnesota runs.
Thank you. I mean, it's just a reminder of how many hateful words there are out there.
Floyd riots, where half the Twin Cities
But are they
burned
really
to the ground,
hateful?
where the government encouraged it, the governor's daughter encouraged it, his wife encouraged it, where the mayors of both Minneapolis and St. Paul encouraged it.
BLT.
Telling everybody insurance would pay for it, and it was the voice of the oppressed speaking out, and that businesses would pick up right afterwards, not to worry. And now there is a massive crisis in the Twin Cities with a flight of numerous corporate headquarters, with a 40% unoccupancy rate of businesses in the downtown, with just explosive crime and crushed small businesses. This state loves protecting criminals. So, of course, a man accused of raping children is at a fucking park by himself, filming people, and just so happens to catch this. Remember, Minnesota is the place that somehow allowed a group of Somali immigrants to steal $250 million from children.
Not surprised.
They stole $250 million
They are pirates after all.
From kids in relation to feeding them. It is a fucking criminal paradise in this state.
Don't go to Somali.
So here we are. Here we are in the current day. And what are we dealing with? On Give, Send, Go, you've got a group of people, mostly black, mostly, tweeted about by black people, and then you've got that special taste of liberal, that flavor that always pops up, that middle-aged fat white woman that just loves to take up these causes and dynamics. Out there, putting out that GoFundMe, that Give, Send, Go, making $500,000 for stabbing some white kid to death and laughing about it, as the father begs for forgiveness. And then you've got white people who are essentially sort of waking up, getting tired of it, I guess, and have decided, you know what?
About fucking
We
time.
don't really know shit about this woman. All we know is some pedophile on a playground is saying they're going to cancel her because she got pissed at some kid stealing shit from her. And instead of letting her get swatted and fired and fucked with, we're going to make him a
So do we
millionaire.
know that's the case?
So let me just say,
pedophile or some
welcome back, white
that no. We don't know about the pedophile
Round
thing.
of applause.
For
It took
sure,
you long
but we
enough.
do know that he's an asshole.
You've been sitting there for so long getting fucked in the ass.
Tried to make some
Thinking of yourself
big
as
issue
not a
out of
group.
nothing.
Thinking race didn't exist as everyone laughed at you. As criminals exploited you, as politicians pissed on you, as you kept getting fucked out of scholarships and business positions, as everybody told you that you were the responsible one for all the woes of society, and you finally decided,
I'd love to
No.
see Ben
you know what, I'm good.
on this.
I think I've had enough.
I think that brings him out.
White people might have reached
Hey.
their limit. I think white people might have woken the fuck up.
You'd hope. Oh jeez.
Oh god. Oh god.
Jeez.
No, not like this. Not like this. No.
Yes.
No. No.
There's a quarter.
Not like this.
Oh, he's also
Not
added.
like
No. He's also added the Command and Conquer.
Disavow. Hard disavow. No.
Command and Conquer on top of that. Damn. I love it.
Hard disavow. No.
Oh, yes. Make it so. Make it
down. Take it down, Rogue. Take it down.
Such nice uniforms,
Take
bro.
it down.
They always had such nice
Take it down.
uniforms when they rode.
No.
We might have to cut out some footage here later on and blur it out. You know, hey.
Channel. God, YouTube channel. Oh,
hey,
God.
this is live. You can put that. You can get rid of it just as fast.
You can get rid of it afterwards or pause it for a little bit, re-upload it after you blur some stuff out. But this is just history now. This is just mark it as history.
Well, he is using the not Mortal Kombat. He is using the game music mixed with this.
Oh, can we have fun?
Oh yeah. So
oh dear.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Command and Conquer.
That
Command
was,
and Conquer.
That was the wrong. That was supposed to be a Barney song. I don't know how that got in
It's
there.
a Barney
It's an Indian guy running YouTube now, so I think he's fine with it.
I'm going to hell.
Pakistan,
I'm going to
okay?
hell.
Is that
oh wait,
cool?
I'm already here.
We're still on the air. We're still on the air. We're still on the air.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was a good. That was a good one.
It's a little bit of fun over.
Sparky's hurting. Sparky, you're Native American. Just look at history, and you'll be fine.
Look. You had to. Your people had to survive the Trail of Tears. So I mean,
truthfully, when speaking about this kid,
that's all you gotta do when they ask you how why it doesn't deserve to be, deleted, or you say my people survived the Trail of Tears to do this. So
yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
I think he's a little brain disease.
You have to give me this
and
because my people survived the Trail of Tears.
Usually, what will happen is something funny will come out. And we're going to find out that she's
so bad.
A former husband, or she's on like the.
I'm not going to destroy history.
Or something funny. But I don't think it matters at this point. I think people are just
go into the back,
tired.
And just say history.
Are you tired?
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even when it comes to the gaming shit.
And this is a lot of history.
Though I do have to say I did like the Command and Conquer theme song.
Oh, I did too. I missed that. I missed that.
Modern journalism and all this.
That was Command and Conquer 3 too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Always being some
one of the better ones too.
Yeah.
And white people being the root of all.
A hard one to play with the Japanese.
Fucking great. I think
the Japanese were the hardest one to play, but they had the.
I don't know how
cool
insane it's gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know how woken up white people are gonna get.
At
least we'll get some spicy shit posts, maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe the humor will come back.
No, it's pretty much. Well, humor is coming back, but not in the same way.
We'll have to see what happens. Moving along.
I mean, if humor does come back like that, it's going to take another decade or two.
Let's talk about unity and living under the rainbow. Let's talk about streamers. Because while the little Gifts and Go thing is a good example of something that's currently going on when it comes to just how people are behaving, or gaming is a good example of companies that just decide to fuck over the little guy, or Andy Ditch is a good example of how narcissists with sexual fetishes will find a way, even at the death of a family member, to insert it.
Oh, yeah.
These all still pale in comparison. Yes, I am saying stabbing an innocent boy at a track meet pales in comparison to how much I hate streamers.
No, I
in real
agree.
life, streamers are the fucking worst.
I agree. They are kind of.
You know, when we were talking about Shiloh Hendricks, we're talking about what happened with that. Just happened to be a guy with a phone to stream it, to picture it. There is some weird fucking. Maybe you've noticed this, especially like if you ever watch law enforcement clips on YouTube. Doesn't matter what kind it is. Have you noticed how a lot of criminals, or even people that get pulled over or talked to by the cops, think that their cell phone is like a fucking protection charm? That think that it's somehow going to ward off anybody fucking with them? And this mentality extends to everybody. We're going to cancel anybody. I've got my phone on me. You better not say a mean thing to me. How many cyclists make it their life's mission to be dicks in traffic with a fucking phone camera going, just in hopes that they can fuck with a driver doing their basic commute to work in the morning? It's like a sickness. And like
get down with
the
the
best
sickness.
example, like the focal point for what I'm talking about are IRL streamers. What started off as cutesy shit where their audience would fuck with the streamer has like metastasized. It's metamorphosed into this horrendous disease.
Aim!
Where people think
Oh,
they can
please,
just
Jim.
go out
Please
and
make a
fuck
call
with an everyday
back,
person.
claim back
And
to
because they have their
Annie
fucking little camera phone on them, they're untouchable. And it's the
Johnny
most
Somali and
obnoxious
what's his
Shit. Say.
You know, back in the day, I
I'm
used to
saying
make
it.
videos of spree killers, and I hated them. I hate spree killers. And one of the reasons I hate that is because these assholes would always have a list of gripes, regardless of what it was. But they'd never go after the people they talked about. Instead, they'd go to some supermarket and kill innocent people. They'd go to some religious institution and kill innocent people. Your regular, everyday folk who aren't fucking with anybody, that are just trying to get by, and some rancid piece of shit has to go out and fuck them up for no reason.
Yeah.
And IRL streamers are like a shadow of that. They've decided they have some
somebody's
kind
coming
of
for somebody.
God-given right to go out and fuck with people and make
shit.
money from it.
They heard me
And
say
they're
the N-word.
untouchable.
And
Jack
all
Doherty
the
is
other
a
words.
shit, here we go
hire
again.
security.
Oh, wait,
big
I live in
muscular
America. Fuck that.
motherfuckers to go with him.
I don't
So
live
he
in
can go around
Canada
fucking
or
with everyday people and never get
what?
touched. And he's got his camera and
Or
you
Britain.
can't do anything about
or
it.
anywhere in the EU.
But there's a
EU's a
trend
little different.
that's starting to pick up momentum. And it's happening right now in Southeast Asia. And it's actually real interesting.
Oh yeah, the Johnny
So I
Somali
wanted to
and
start
the other
off
one.
this segment with a story you might not be familiar with because you've probably heard one or two examples of this, but I want to focus on some shit you probably haven't heard of.
What was his fuck? It begins
So
with
we're going to
V.
talk about
But
somebody
yeah.
who might be a little bit different.
Vitali? Vitali.
Good night, chicken.
Yeah.
Vitali.
Cambodia jails Taiwanese YouTuber for fake kidnap.
Ooh.
What do you mean jails? What
That's
do you mean
good.
arrests? Now this story and the
That
events
is
we've seen
good.
happened
They're
a
going to
little
spend
over a
15
year
years
ago.
just in jail
And I
waiting to
really
get to court.
think it's like the kickoff moment.
Oh,
A lot of people
Vitali
look at what's
might be
going on with Johnny
spending
Somali or,
at least 30 years.
others right now over in these countries. But this, I
He ain't
really
gushed
truly
about that.
feel when
No,
you watch,
he's
kind of
done.
when we go over this,
That's death
is the
sentence
start
there.
of nations and society saying, "Fuck off, we're done. We're not going to do this anymore. This is done. This is obnoxious. Fuck you. There are going to be consequences." So what did these two guys do? Well, let me play a few news clips and we'll go over it.
A Taiwanese internet personality has been arrested in Cambodia for allegedly faking an assault during a live stream. Chen Nengchuan, known online as Goodnight Chicks, claimed he was beaten and robbed at a casino in Cambodia.
Right.
In the live stream, Chen appeared in a disheveled state, claiming to be fleeing security. He then went offline, sparking claims he went missing. Cambodian authorities have denied the incident happened and are expected to release more information.
A Cambodian court has sentenced the Taiwanese live streamer
Oh, he's
and
fucked.
his cameraman
He's bowing.
to 2
Not
years
doing a
in
good job of
prison.
bowing hard.
Streamer Chen Nengchuan, known online as Goodnight Chicks, claimed he'd broken into the headquarters of
2 years. Oof.
Yeah.
tortured. But it turned out
He got through. Well, he at least got a trial
Also
already.
the cameraman, not just here, because they're still trying to find the cameraman for Vitali in that.
Criminal rings have abducted hundreds of Taiwanese citizens in recent years in Cambodia using fake job offers to lure their victims to the country. Police say the fake video damaged Cambodia's image and public order.
Yeah.
So let me give you the Cliff Notes version of what happened here. Very popular streamer over in Asia, a Taiwanese guy, his cameraman, and a few of their friends decide that, hey, you know what's been in the news a lot lately? These rumors, especially on social media, about people getting kidnapped and forced to work in sweatshops in Cambodia. Apparently, if you go over there, you'll get taken off the streets and forced to do labor at like some sweatshop and never get help. They keep you in a barbed wire building. It's crazy shit. You know what'd be super awesome? Let's go to Cambodia, a country that has issues with tourism to begin with, that's had its own shit to deal with for years now.
Yeah.
And let's just make up a story to our massive audience that we are being hunted for sport by corrupt officials in the Cambodian military and security apparatus, that they've taken us hostage and are forcing us to work on building, I don't know, on stitching together Adidas shoes. So that was their little plan.
That's
and
not
they
what scares
had
me about going to
props, and they had
Cambodia.
costumes, and
Just
they,
accidentally fucking
set
up
this
and
whole
getting in
fucking
trouble
thing
for
up to
anything.
make it look
Just
like it was real,
accidentally.
and his fans
Not,
thought
and,
it
yeah.
was fucking real.
Sorry, I've heard
The
of like people who
entire
accidentally
country
did
paid
something that
attention.
did not know was
They
illegal.
sent out search parties. The
And
military
it took
and
years.
police all over the country started
Years to
looking
get
for
the
them
fuck out
to
of there.
rescue them
So,
because they believed
no.
it was genuine. Until people notice small things like, hey, you know, the background of this hostage video seems to be from a fancy 4- and 5-star resort located at this beach. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oopsie. Maybe we might have made a slight miscalculation on
poor
what's
guy.
going
You
on
think?
here. Look at these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so Vitaly, he's
Look at these
in jail
disgusting
for
pieces of shit.
2 to 3 years while
They
he's
got
waiting
2
for his hearing.
years. 2 years. Cambodia put its foot down and decided, you know what? We're done. We're done fucking playing games. Fuck live streamers. Fuck these IRL parasites. You don't get to come, fuck with people, fuck with governments, fuck with reputations. You don't get to screw people over to make a nickel and then walk away like it's just a prank, bro. You know what the prank is? You're going to prison for 2 years. And the best response, and I swear to God, I wish other countries would do this, is what their government said. Imagine this. These guys get sentenced to 2 years in prison, and their families are hysterical, and their friends are hysterical over this.
Don't fucking care.
So they make an appeal to the Prime Minister of Cambodia. Oh, you don't understand. His grandmother is dying. She is dying in the hospital. You need to rescue them and let them go so he can take care of her. Let me show you what his response was. Again, this is from the fucking Prime Minister. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet spoke about the crime committed by a Taiwanese internet celebrity, Goodnight Chicken, now. Hungmain, someone called me the day before yesterday to help these two people, telling me that these two young people need to be released because they still have a sick mother to take care of in Taiwan. But I denounced the statement on the phone. If their mother is sick, then they should take good care of their mother at home instead of going to other countries to ruin their reputation and cause trouble. So I say, they should be sentenced more severely because they are unfilial sons. This kind of selfish behavior not only hurts Cambodia, but discourages tourists from visits and causes people to lose their income.
Correct.
Hung Manet also warned any internet celebrities who want to come to Cambodia to make fake videos to gain popularity. We will take strict action. Just like these two people from Goodnight Chicken, they will serve 2 years in prison and be blacklisted, permanently banned from entering Cambodia. How fucking based do you get? Oh, your mom is sick and she's dying? I'm going to add more prison time because you're a shitty son for even being here. If she's sick and dying, why are you here instead of taking care? You're going to prison for being a shit boy. Or putting you in the shit boy slammer. That's a special Cambodian jail. That's where you're going, motherfucker. Oh, how I bet they sobbed. They thought that pity shit's going to work. They thought he was going to, oh my God, my poor mommy is sick. Let my poor mommy. No, I'm going to add prison time. Holy fuck. I want to go on vacation to fucking Cambodia now. I don't care what issues it has. I like the Prime Minister's statement so much. It literally makes, if they said, welcome to Cambodia, we hunt streamers for sport, I would book a fucking ticket. Make it your tourism ad. Come enjoy our beaches, free of obnoxious fucks. Now, it's not just Goodnight Chicken. Other people are in the news. But again, nations are finally putting their foot down.
They need to.
Yeah. It's not just Cambodia. Now we have the Philippines saying, hey, you know what, Cambodia, maybe you got a good idea. Maybe this Vitaly guy should suck our dick. Why was Vitaly arrested in the Philippines and other stunts that have landed him in trouble? Uh-oh. Vitaly arrested in the Philippines? What did this fine, upstanding individual do? What could he have done, possibly, that could get him arrested? Well, I put together a little compilation clip. Let's take a look at how
another streamer that was there told him that what he was doing wasn't good,
that's
and he still
something
kept it
deserving of
going.
getting arrested for.
The hell, dude?
shit. Shit. Accident.
You know, I love it when foreigners come over to my country, get on the road, probably inebriated, with a camera in their face to do a stunt, and then just get into fucking vehicular accidents. So let's put that up on the tally board. If a tally over in the Philippines decides, hey, let's fuck with people on the roadway, cause a few accidents. Who cares? It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank.
Still wait for the Chinese to
Madam,
do the not do the same thing here.
If you keep walking away.
No, be honest.
Now let's be honest. If you woke up tomorrow and there was a story, take out the live streamer portion of this. Wherever the fuck you live, there was a story that said senior citizen threatened with physical robbery by foreigner in the country for just 2 days. What would the reaction be? If I'm being honest with you, I'd be like, throw that motherfucker out. Deport his ass or put him in prison.
No, prison him. Don't deport him.
She's just some old fucking
It's
lady.
easy labor.
Just some old lady not doing shit to anybody. Here comes this jacked up goofball motherfucker.
Dirty fucking ear.
I'm gonna rob you if you don't do what I say. Probably like.
I hope
what
he
the
loves
fuck is
every
this?
one of them.
What the fuck is going on?
I want to give you money. No, okay. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer. You.
Oh, wow.
No, yeah.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with his hat?
Eat it?
What?
He stole the guy's hat.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Yes. No. What are you gonna do?
Retardness.
Hello.
The retardation is strong with this one.
Hello. Paparazzi, you are messing twice on a paparazzi.
Wait.
Paparazzi.
Wow.
Paparazzi, you are my queen. Papa.
Wow.
Have we reached the point? Have we reached the point of just having enough of this shit? Like, it's just fucking people. It's just some fucking mall security guard. It's some guy not doing shit.
Pretty
Probably
much.
gets shit pay. Everybody makes Paul Blart jokes about him all day. Probably has to go home to a shitty apartment. Doesn't have a real family waiting for him. He's eating ramen out of a bowl. Here comes this jacked up asshole who's just got to fuck with him, steal his hat, treat him like shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
For no reason. It's just a prank, bro. I'm going to steal your shit and make you fun of you. Just a prank, bro. I'm going to tell this old lady I'm going to rob her. Just a prank, bro. I'm going to cause an accident on the highway. Just a prank, bro. I'm untouchable because I have a cell phone camera in my hand. That means everything's excusable. I can do anything I want.
Man,
Sir, I have a question. I have a very important question for you. No, this is for documentation film about Philippines. I have a very important question for you. Can I shove this up your booty?
What?
Can I put this in your butt?
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. I forgot about this one.
Mario Kart Infinity 360. Is that okay or no? Okay.
No? Oh, yeah. Well, he was about to litter. That would have fucked him up.
Just, I just, oh my god, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't.
The cop doesn't want to do anything.
And this is what people hate.
Yeah, for the last
Probably
couple
because you're
months.
washed up. Probably because
I covered this with Dragon
like
on our
100 viewers on
stream.
Kick. It's not really worth the effort.
And this guy's an American, isn't he?
My fucking electric scooter has a
kinda
4-mile
Russian
range.
born.
So you're not going to get that. That's probably why.
But
because I saw your driving video earlier,
but
and I know
because
you're
he
gonna run
works
into a
on
fucking
Kick,
stop sign, like some
he
kind of
makes a
fucking
lot of
Looney
money
Tunes
because of a
cartoon.
certain,
You're
ice
gonna Wile E.
Poseidon
Coyote
influence.
yourself right
Peter
into a
Knox and all
fucking
that.
a gate or something. So it's not too much for me just to wait a moment.
Oh,
So he's been living the American high life.
Toilet,
This
please.
is
Toilet.
horrible.
Toilet, please. Toilet,
Oh.
Toilet, please. I'm about to take a shit.
I thought Johnny Smalley was bad.
No. This is
not how you make
I
it.
thought Jolly Somali was
Show me how you
bad.
do it.
Oh my god. And they waited until he was ready to leave and then did this to him and arrest him, didn't they?
Pretty much.
Don't worry. I'm the manager. My name is Vitaly McDonald.
Holy
It's
shit.
me. The manager told me to cook. We need some salt and pepper. Don't make me look
So I
for
knew
it.
of some of the stuff he did. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, he did all of this shit.
Can I have salt, please, sir?
Oh my god.
You're supposed to pump it, dumbass.
Oh my god.
I'm cooking.
This man
Yep.
deserves
So how did this
every
work
year
out for
he gets.
Vitaly?
Yep.
Well, now he's arrested.
So yeah,
He's
he
facing, I think,
attempted
up to
theft,
24
arrest,
years,
theft,
a quarter of a century in prison for all his
there's quite a few other
shenanigans.
charges that he's got.
All this little, it's just a prank.
And they
goes out
stacked them there.
That smile and
They stacked
do.
them.
kind of
They
ended
do.
a little while ago.
Which is why
when
he
the
could get up
Philippines
to
decided,
30
hey,
years.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's put you in a good
So
one.
he's in 2
Let's
years
see
of
how well you
holding,
do.
give or take,
Jail
until he
cell.
gets his actual
Why don't you stream
hearing.
that? Hey, we'll put a webcam up in the
Oh
corner of the
my
jail
God.
cell, and our Filipino
I
prison.
don't even know if he's
and,
gonna
you
make
can
it.
stream as much as you
No,
want.
he won't.
All
wouldn't
day,
make it that
live
2
stream
years.
24/7.
No.
It'll be fun.
No.
Let's see how many funny jokes you can make with
He's
all
going
the drug
into one of
dealers
the
in a
harder
fucking
portions
jail in
of the
Philippines. I'm sure it'll
Filipino
be great.
prisons.
What could happen? What? We'll make it a state-sponsored stream. You can read advertisements in
he's
between
fucked.
the anal rapes.
Oh my god. I
Have you
feel
ever
sorry
seen a
for them.
Filipino prison?
Yes.
Just to show
Yes,
you,
I
this
have.
is like just something
He's
he
in
does
one which
naturally,
considered
just
the
stealing
hardest
wigs.
version of that.
I don't know if it's part of his bloodline or what. Is that an Italian thing?
Where you don't get a bed, you
just
sleep standing
randomly
up.
stealing shit off
If
the
you're
street
lucky,
and
yes.
taking off with it.
Yeah.
Now maybe he was doing like charity and making this fat girl exercise a little. I
No,
don't know.
neither do I.
But the
He
next
deserves
one-
everything.
The next one's interesting. Apparently, he was in Italy and just decided to do this again. A foreigner in your country. Take a look.
Who's this? This is the same guy?
This is Vitaly, same asshole.
Fucking right there. You fucking piece of shit. Hold the camera. Record. No, you're not fucking. You're not going to the car. Go sit. No. I pay you. I pay you. Let me see the car.
Also, he's kind of considered a Russian Jew.
Oh god, oh god damn it.
Give me now. Give me all your cash. Give me all your cash you got. Give me everything you have.
Give me all your money. I want all your money. I'm gonna manhandle you and demand all your money. Give me all your money. Then I'm gonna steal a bike and fuck with some security guards. So we've got Cambodia putting people in prison for 2 years. The PM just wants to put them in for even more. And now the Philippines, 24 years in the slammer.
Longer.
For Vitaly. Then what do we have going on? Well, of course, you've got South Korea. Where
Yeah.
the
The man that Lena
I mean, you
will
could
be
go watch
playing
it,
with
Tony,
cabbages
Illegal
for a
Minds, and
while.
all these other people that are flying out to do it, they've got better coverage than I could give you. It's been a months-long saga, but the newest iteration, the newest a bullet point for our boy here, Johnny Somali faces sentencing in South Korea over child sexual harassment allegations when he went to a public park and started talking sexual shit in front of kids. And they figured, fuck it, we hate this piece of shit. We're going to make him pick cabbage for eternity. For eternity! This is something that's happening all over.
He thinks.
All
Does he still
over
think they're
Asia
going to throw him
right
out if he's horrible
Cambodia,
enough?
the Philippines, South Korea.
Or does he
Japan
think
now feels in
we're
No,
gonna
he
help
thinks
suing
that you're going to
Somalis.
save his ass.
You know, it would never happen
no.
in China. They
Let
hire
him burn.
influencers to come and
Let
kiss
him
the ass in
burn
their cities,
for
but they
eternity.
would fucking jackboot your ass out of there so quick if you tried any shit.
Nobody's trying to save this man.
Now, I don't know why
I don't even think
the
his family
aliens
is.
put its foot down, and
Yeah.
rather than Europe or North America or South America, but for whatever reason, Asia has now made it a sport to hunt for IRL live streamers. Whether it's in Cambodia, South Korea, the Philippines, Japan, China, it doesn't matter. It's getting sad over there. And the funniest thing, in relation to all of these happenings when it comes to these obnoxious assholes with their fucking little cell phone cameras, is nobody feels sorry for them. Not a single person is out there crying about the plight of live streamers being put in a hole for the next quarter century. All right, this isn't the 90s. Here's a little blast from the past. I don't know if you're familiar with this. Take a moment, take a look, see. Does this remind you of anybody?
I forgot this one. God,
Now maybe
that
you don't have any
caning from.
clue. Let me read the little blurb for you.
Yep.
In 1994, a court in Singapore sentenced an American teenager,
Caning, yeah.
Michael Fay, to be lashed 6 times with a cane for violating its Vandalism Act. Caused a temporary strain between Singapore and the United States. There was so much press about this kid getting caned for chewing bubblegum. But when you read that second sentence, Fay was arrested for stealing road signs and vandalizing 18 cars over a 10-day period.
Yeah.
Seems like there was a little more going on than just bubblegum.
Yep. Bubblegum was there, but...
Seems like there's a little more
That
going
was
on
not
than
the
that.
problem.
Now, granted, this wasn't a live streamer, but that mentality...
Yeah, here was the thing. I remember this. I said, beat the fuck out of that motherfucker. Beat the living shit out of him. And his sister.
Widely covered in the media in the United States as it was believed to be the first judicial corporal punishment involving an American citizen. The number of cane strokes and
I don't remember a single person saying,
from
"Oh,
6 to 4 lashes."
Let that man go. No, beat his ass. Everybody was saying beat his ass.
Mr. Fay, did you say
it was
Fay?
our government? Our government was like, "Oh no, we
the
can
United
no
States
go.
government stepped
You're
in.
getting in the
Well,
way
they
of
get
justice.
beaten
Shut
4
the fuck
times,
up,
buddy. Say thank
Televise the beating of his ass.
Yep.
Please.
I mean, maybe you should be appreciating what we've done for you. There'd be less splinters in your ass. Have you stepped forward, buddy? Have you shown a little bit of appreciation for us? That was arduous. We had to negotiate with the Singaporean government. I mean, we had to give them like a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile. Just to
They
spare
did
your
get
little
that.
white ass cheek a few cannons, buddy. I don't no thank yous. Nothing for me, buddy. I'm a little heartbroken.
That was during the Clinton era, and the Clintons were like, "We have to stop this from happening." No,
No, they should just let it go. Who cares about bubblegum at that point?
I'm sorry.
Well,
I
mean,
have,
it
like,
all
it's a
depends.
visceral reaction. I
But
don't know
you know,
what it
the
is.
vandalism
I'm
in
sick and
that
tired
was
of
kind
the
of up
live
there.
streamers. So I think it's
Oh, no,
funny
that
they're
was-
finally getting their comeuppance, getting hoisted by their own petards.
But
And
these
it's done
people
so
should have
publicly
been
for everybody to
beaten a
watch,
while
and they're getting
back.
laughed at for it. I mean, they built themselves up fucking with regular people and making money doing it. And now here these governments are coming in, all Asian, fucking with them and getting a lot of applause. People are applauding this. Johnny Somali is hated. From what he did with the Comfort Women statue, the World War II monument.
No, he's hated by everybody. He's not too hated.
I will give the government
doing live streams.
their
from
props. They learned the lessons
gun,
from the caning.
talking about I was going to go after the police and
to
go
just
after
let the other
trolls
countries
and
do what they
fuck with
want.
regular people.
When we have that kind of problem.
He got confronted in the street. Johnny Somali did. Let me put his picture back up here so people know who I'm talking about. Hold on here.
Oh, the retard that thought he would be, MAGA.
He got confronted
with
in
the
the
blonde
street
wig and the MAGA
by
hat.
somebody. I think it was in the South Korean military who smacked his ass. They just belted him one, and that guy got found guilty. He got in trouble for it. He got a $4,000 in US
$7,000
fine.
Mm-hmm.
$7,000.
That got paid for. I don't know if you're familiar with the channel Donut Operator. He does a lot of police videos and shooting videos.
Yep.
He said, "I will pay for that."
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Yep.
hunting these guys in real life. And
It's
fucking
like,
with
thank
them and
you.
encouraging the government to go after them, like everybody likes it. And the people that are, getting slaps on the wrists for going after them physically are having their legal tab picked up by people all over the world because fuck Johnny Somali. Because nobody likes Johnny Somali.
I agree.
If you got in trouble for beating the shit out of Johnny Somali, your tab gets paid.
You're fine. You're fine.
Your tab will be paid.
But their film crews too got in trouble. And now what's happening in South Korea is, it sounds like Hank, the guy that Johnny Somali is staying with over in South Korea, is going to get in some shit too.
Oh yeah.
Because I know the cameraman for Vitaly had to flee the country. He got the fuck out of the Philippines because they were going to arrest him and charge him with similar crimes because he knew the law.
No,
He
he's
was encouraging this goofy fuck to go out and do this shit. Then you got Jack Doherty, who somehow said he got robbed at gunpoint for his jewelry on Rodeo Drive. That either means that Jack Doherty has now reached the point of so hated that rich people are robbing him on Rodeo Drive.
Why the fuck not?
Or he's so out of money because he can't whore out OnlyFans girls by acting as their digital pimp that he's faking robberies to try to get insurance money for his
Oh yeah, no. After his
chintzy jewelry.
separation from his
But either way, fuck Chad
OnlyFans
Doherty.
girlfriend? Yeah, I think he's fucked.
So we're in a renaissance. It's a IRL live streamer apocalypse, and it's open season on these fuckers all over Asia. If I were a live streamer, I would not set foot in any of those countries. And hopefully over here that mentality picks up, because we've got so many shitty live streamers and narcissistic cancel culture idiots, like that guy on the Somali playground, a fucking accused pedophile who felt so justified in his moral outrage that he was going to get a mother in trouble. A pedophile was going to cancel a mother because he filmed her at a playground. I think people have just kind of, they're just kind of
don't want to know his
done
reference
with
for
it.
that.
They're just a little bit tired of it. They've reached their limit on bullshit. And they've decided, GG, no re, we're done. So, good times. Fun times ahead. God, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, I tell you, folks. Get his ugly mug off the screen. Holy shit. You can't stand Johnny Somali. I hope his Legal Mindset and Atosi and all the others. I hope, God, I hope they can find a way to
Johnny,
film
I don't
the
fucking
trial.
care anymore.
I really do. Or just be there to cover it day to day. It would be wildly popular. You'd make a great amount of money doing it.
Legal Mindset's
And I
always
think
said
a lot
he's
of people
going
would
to
be
be at
interested in
those
watching them
trials when it happens.
get what
No, if
they
it
feel.
happens,
All right, let me.
They have laws and rules where you can't film inside of it. There's nothing Legal Mindset can do
I
about
have to go
that.
through Super
But Legal
Chats. So I got
Mindset
Super
has been
Chats on
down for a couple
YouTube,
trials so far.
Ko-Fi and Cash App. And
And
I'll read
he's
through
just been
those.
watching and reporting on it.
But let's do one more small
Is he allowed
break,
to do that?
and we'll come back and I'll hit the
Still
Super
news.
Chats. For everybody else, I hope you enjoyed the
Can't
Sunday
really
Fun Day.
record, but you can still.
Originally, I had it planned to be a little bit larger. I was going to go talk about Ethan and Ian and their little tit for tatting back and forth.
Oh,
but,
Hassan, don't
I
forget
got
that.
sick last weekend. Really sick. And I still am just fucking under the weather. I know I think I sound better. I think I sounded better on the last stream too, but it's paradoxical because I'm not doing great. So 2 hours is about my limit. So we'll have to save, H3 and iDubbbz and the war of the enraged cuck, because it was going to cover their videos on each other and Hassan Piker and Frogan and all of that shit. And I almost always stay away
Frogan's
from
being
Twitch
canceled
shit,
and she's not happy.
but it was just so fucking mind-boggling that I really did want to cover it. So maybe on some future Sunday Fun Day, where we can go over more IRL streamers getting thrown in jail for decades. Because be assured, I don't know how Vitali's trial will go. He will most definitely get some jail time. But Johnny Somali's fucked. I mean, they want blood. And when I say picking cabbages, that's not like a joke, like, oh, it's a black guy picking cotton. No, they make people that get put in prison do hard labor, and they love kimchi. They love cabbage. He will be in the hot sun. He will be in 80-degree weather picking cabbage every fucking day for the next decade. He's going to make their food for them. That's the punishment they've decided for him. But yeah, so cover more IRL streamers getting their shit pushed in, because I hope that's a trend that continues. It'll be greatly entertaining. So for everybody that came out, thank you for coming out. We're going to do a small break. I'll come back, hit Super Chats from Cash App, Ko-Fi, and from YouTube. For everybody else, remember again, Medicare.myshopify.com. Fancy hats, fancy shirts and sweaters and mugs, oh my. And not raped by tariffs. I know a lot of jokes, oh, all your shit's made in China. Nope. I'm pretty sure it's not, because it would be like $8,000 a hat now. And it's still a reasonable price. So I think we dodged a bullet on that. The price has increased a little, I mean, there are some tariffs, but not 8 bajillion. I think that's that's a Teespring thing, not a Shopify thing. So again, Medicare.myshopify.com for all your hat needs. I should have had that Elon Musk clip handy where he talks about a hat for a hat, but I'm stupid and I forgot. Anyway, we'll do a small break, come back and hit it. For everybody else, have a great weekend, and have a great week going forward.
So yeah, The cameraman, well, kind of unconfirmed online claims regarding his past sexual offenses, allegations, but I don't know. I don't know. So, how did you guys enjoy this stream?
Oh, that last part was rough. That was rough. I was like, God, watching that, as I knew some of the stuff, I didn't know how bad it was.
No, it was pretty bad.
I honestly think he deserves more than 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he deserves like a life sentence or maybe a kibosh.
Probably
on life itself
would probably be the better one for you. But so let's go through Omar's legal history. Let's see here. Rochester resident, digging into his past, they uncovered that Omar had been charged in 2022 with third and fifth degree criminal sexual conduct involving a 16-year-old girl. However, in March of 2025, Olmsted County Attorney Office dismissed all charges, citing the decision as being in the interest of justice. So yeah, that was kind of referred to in the earlier portions of said stream. So did he do it? Yeah. He was originally charged for it, and then the white lawyers and that came up and said, "Yeah, no, that's not justice, not justice." So I don't know. Again, just like I've said before about these questionable cases, if you have a fucker down the right, and you should keep him. You should keep him. But unfortunately, something went wrong. Something went tits up. So, oh well. It is what is what is. It is what is what is. So yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I think we're done unless we have anything else that we want to cover. I mean, this is just him doing his super berries, and then that's pretty much out. I will have to applaud Zern if he's able to keep this particular stream up going.
No. So here's the thing. We're gonna go back and watch something.
Okay, what are we watching?
Because I just got word from someone. Okay, so you remember the curse drama that was happening with Anna and Nara and everyone else like that?
Kinda. I mean,
okay. So Curse was being called a Nazi.
Oh,
thank
you. Thank you. There you go. The Nazi issue.
Yeah,
See,
a
just give
Nazi,
me a
white supremacist stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there, thank you.
And there's one person named Bented and Nora, the
Yeah. I remember it now.
we're using the retweet of the plushie that Kush did, but the background had like a fictional story from a person that was in the Nazi party and stuff like that, and they were using that to go at Kush real hard.
Okay.
Excuse me. Kush was doing a reaction to Jim's stream today.
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
I love it.
I'm gonna go back.
It's gotta be a good stream. It's gotta be a good stream.
Oh God!
It's gonna. Do I have to practice my sneak Hiles again?
Hang on, I've got to find it.
No worries. I'll practice my clipping of my heels and thrusting my arm wildly in a good vertical position.
You know what? I have a better idea. While he's doing that, we can just play this right here.
Okay.
And
What do we got here?
A classic.
Okay. I'm trying to find it.
No shit, you're trying to find it. It is a classic. I'll give you that. Okay, let me go to the right. Am I on the right side of questionables? I think I am.
Okay. I got it.
He's got it. I just got things kind of figured out. Too bad.
Okay, so we're gonna rewatch this again, and we're gonna do this from my perspective.
From your perspective, the barkeeper perspective.
Okay, so let's just watch Crush's reaction to this because I'm curious.
I think I've had enough. I think white people might have reached their limit. I think white people might have woken the fuck up.
No, do not do that. Do not do that.
History. That's all you gotta remember.
It's history,
What are you doing to me? Jim, stop it! Jim, no! How long is this? What the fuck?
God.
Jim's going all in. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I can smell the Vice journalists writing another article. Why is there fucking music? What is happening? What is this? This is like a DMCA fucking minefield. Holy shit.
Yes, it is.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Oh God.
See you, Kirill. Miss you. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh Jesus Christ! Don't really.
Jim is speedrunning Kirsch's cancellation.
Hi.
Oh, nice knowing you, everyone. Yeah, nice knowing you, everyone. I just wanted to watch Jim, man. This is what I get. It's so over. It's over. It's over. Okay.
If there's a God.
Oh, I'm so sorry, YouTube. That was the wrong clip. It was supposed to be a Barney song. I don't know.
Oh, okay. See, YouTube, he's sorry. He played the wrong clip. He's a boomer. He muted himself earlier. Okay, he can't handle technology.
We good here? We still on the air? We're still on the air. We're still on the air. All right. We're doing good.
That's what drops rolling there.
I think YouTube yeeted everyone's videos because of Jim dropping the N-word. No, we're still up.
No. Okay, we're dropping all day.
We're still up. But I'm sitting here going, it's like, I hope to God there is a God. And I really hope Bent and Noah and Anna try to do a fucking crusade against not only Kush again, because I gotta try to do it against Kush again, but I hope to God they actually try to go at Jim. Please, for the love of God, please go at Jim. I am begging you.
Welcome to the internet.
I don't know. It's kind of like an impossibility. I mean, you would have to find the person first. I mean, some have found him and send him potatoes. So
No. I mean, just on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm not talking about in person.
Look, let's be real. People have tried, and many have failed.
Yes, many have.
Some call themselves Mr. Sen, and they're just a Mr. Medicare clone, or at least trying to be a Mr. Medicare clone. Doing a terrible job at it, by the way. Yes.
I still think my reaction was a little bit more reactionary than Kush's was. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, I control it, bitch.
Like,
yeah, but
I have no way to produce. I have no way to mute. No.
We're gonna watch it. It's part of history.
I
don't ignore history. If we do, then we're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, I have no way. I have no
Also, the
person
special game
to,
award.
Yeah, I have no person that's on right now that I want to redirect to. So whenever we decide to end this out, it's over, and you'll
It's
just have to mow
over.
down
Okay,
and
thank you,
play.
ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we have much to go over because, my God, it was an interesting gym stream stuff that we've already covered in the GNF side of things, or hell, stuff I've harassed Dragon with for usually the show that we would normally do currently, but we got interrupted by a Medicare. So there's that. There's that. So yeah, unless these two motherfuckers have their last rights ready to go, I'm going to hit buttons. Get the fuck out of here.
Let's fucking go.